And we're back. It takes us. So last time, this episode, I went and looked up the old episode, and there was a date on it, and it said 6 months ago, and I'm like,
oops. Oh.
And I'm pretty sure that we're like, hey, we're gonna play a lot more now, and
oops.
That was a thing that we said that did not happen.
We certainly said it
because the summer was insane, and
I feel like we say finally every single episode. We're like, finally, we got back together again.
that was just how it was. But we're back, and let's just reflect for a moment on the fact that we started this game, I think, at near the end of 7th grade? 8th grade? Was it in 8th grade? It was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
8th grade.
And we're like, oh, let's be sophomores, because that's the cool age.
I know.
No, it was like, we don't want to be complete suckers and be like freshmen, but we don't want to be too old. And by the time this game is over, you know, they'll be sophomores and we'll be sophomores. So how is senior year going so far?
You know, I'm vibing.
These 32 sessions have been taking place over 4 years. We've been doing this for 4 years.
I feel like, you know, sometimes you just gotta take 4 years to play a game about less than a year.
Yeah.
True.
Less than a year. Less than a semester. The only reason a lot of time has passed is because we skipped forward at one point. Let's be fair. We've had a lot of long breaks and stuff like that. But you know what? You're my favorite players. So with all due respect to the people who did the TikTok series, which was amazing. You guys are...
Did you guys finish?
Yeah, we did.
He's finished 2 games in the span of R1.
No, it's weird because I feel like we can watch
No, I finished...
ourselves grow
Yeah,
listening to it.
absolutely.
Since you guys started playing, while you were playing, I was playing the end of the original Masks game.
Mm-hmm.
I started another Masks game with that same group.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I ran Starforge, or I played Starforge with that group. I ran 16 sessions of Fellowship with that group. I ran 16 sessions of Scum and Villainy with that group. I ran about 12 sessions of Hearts of Wulin, which is like a Kung Fu Wuxia romance thing
That was fun.
with that group.
I liked
That was fun. That unfortunately ended not great. And then I started the Mask game with the TikTok group and ran that and all of that. So 16, right? And then I ran the TikTok group through about 33 sessions, all while you guys...
We're slowly creeping our way towards number 32.
And you know what? I think it really does feel like, at least for me, when I run Masks, about 30 sessions gets us pretty close to where things are coming to a head. That was not true for the first Mask game because it was like twice as many. But I think that's basically
they switched characters.
yeah,
halfway
they switched characters halfway
Yeah.
through. So really, that was 2 campaigns that we just sort of glued together.
Yeah.
But 30 sessions feels about right. So we're getting close, and especially
I feel it. We're almost there.
right now, it definitely feels like showdown time. So.
And we will do that Kids on Bikes game eventually.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. It'll happen.
And we have Kaylee's got kids in space stuff and all kinds of stuff. You guys should
Kids on brooms.
kids on brooms.
I have a ton of books that I mean to play with you guys. It's gonna happen one day.
We have I have a couple. I mean, Monster Hearts would be perfect for you guys, but I have to tell you that. What was that? What was the other one that I thought that would be right? Oh, I've got a game that would work for.
Do you have a Doctor Who game? If
Six
so-
of Six of Crows game. I've got.
Stop! Oh my god.
You like run like
yeah.
a crime group.
Oh my god, stop it.
The problem is I am really very, very bad at running that particular game system. Like it actively hates my soul. It's very difficult for me to run. It's a good game. I don't want anybody to think I'm saying it's a good game. It's not a good game. It is a good game. It's called.
You can't be good at everything.
It's called Blades in the Dark, and it's based. It was originally inspired by Powered by the Apocalypse, but it's a different kind of system, and it actively hates me.
I think you tried running a game with that system once, and you like came to me afterwards, and you were like, "I'm never doing it again."
Scum and Villainy is a science fiction version of the same rule set.
Yeah.
And I ran it, and it was very frustrating. I don't know why this screen keeps.
Okay,
like,
so I need to look into this
dipping.
Six of Crows thing.
Should we
So
again?
We should be good. I'm just doing a little bit of warm up stuff, so kind of preppy stuff. Anyway, we have so many games that we want to play, and you guys are gonna have to go to college, so we're gonna end up. You guys are gonna be like your Thursday night dorm room headphone game will be another RPG.
You hear that? You're stuck with us.
You're stuck with us. You can't get away, Jamie.
You've been kidnapped.
You don't have to. That's fine. I'm just saying. I'm preparing in my head already to GM for college kids.
Don't worry, Dad. You'll have me for the rest of
I think we'll start by playing 30-year-olds, so by the time the campaign ends, you'll be about the same age.
Oh, I see. Right.
Makes sense.
Do Urban Shadows, and you guys can just play like vampires and werewolves and shit.
I would like to play a Doctor Who game so that we can just whoever wants to play the Doctor will just come in and constantly be like, run.
So I've got this. There is a game. There is an actual Doctor Who official RPG.
Awesome.
There is one. There's another game out there called Girl Underground where you sort of play all the companions of Alice. This is really simplifying things, right? Alice in Wonderland. But the first thing I thought, and then occasionally, if you're playing one of the companions, but occasionally you take over Alice and you run Alice, you play Alice in a scene or something like that, and you Alice is sort of a shared character who is the main focal point.
Mm-hmm. So
it occurred to me that it would be a really good system for running Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Because you play the companions and also collectively the Doctor.
Yeah.
And that would be, I think that would be pretty sick. I'm not sure. I have to look at the rules again. I can't remember if it's going to work as well as I thought it would. But man, when I read it on the Kickstarter, it sure seemed like a good match. All right. Hey, look, the graphics are back. All right. So when we last left these crazies, you guys were about to I don't know why the monitor keeps cutting out. You guys were about to dive into an assault upward towards the spaceship, and Syl had gathered everybody together at the whiteboard that Jack had conveniently illustrated with Colin to lay out the plan. And this thing is blinking and it's making me very sad. And she was just about ready to start saying all this stuff and suddenly paused and said, "They're here!" And everybody basically sort of panicked a little bit until people slapped themselves into some semblance of order. So somebody dropped a shield barrier around the location of the base. And Syl was able to figure this out, had determined this because of her hypersenses, because where the shield was passing through the water around the base, the water was bubbling and boiling, where it was coming in contact with the shield.
No touchies.
Everybody started to pile up out of the base into above ground to see what was coming, and there's ships, lander ships and that kind of thing, assault craft, that kind of stuff coming down. Palacine is there. All of the various students from Phoenix Academy are there. You're kind of in the middle of the city. It's interesting. And Ember's there. Ember's brother's there. Hey, try not to get dead. Right. Good luck. I love you. Bye was the last thing that you said to him.
About that.
And Toby, that's not yours. That's the other dog's. And that was supposed to be picked up by Kaylee and put into a garbage bag.
I picked up most of it. They just tore it back into it. Yeah.
Hi. Hello. And Syl grabbed Jack and said, "Get me to the ship."
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
And after one incredibly gut-wrenching, nausea-inducing, long jump that added a tick to Jack's Doom track. Good job.
It's all your fault. I feel
you
bad.
arrive you land on the spaceship because he said, "Take me to Kalka," and you were like, "That was really bad." And he's like, "The GPS does not warn you, does not stop you and ask you, are you sure you really want to do this? It says, you want to go here? Here's how you get there." So you just deal with that. So, come on, monitor. I'm trying to show these people stuff, and you keep cutting out on me. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. And so we have Syl has landed. Let's see if this will actually load. Probably won't, because the screen is terrible. I don't know why it keeps doing this. This is very sad. Come on, screen, you can do it.
I'm honestly very excited to fight this lady.
this is assuming that she's here, but you know.
That's fair. Honestly, I just want to
Probably at
hit
your
something.
mom's.
I just want to hit something. Doesn't matter if I win or lose. I just want to hit something.
The hell, Jamie?
Should we say she's at my mom's house?
Yeah. She's probably at your mom's house.
My dance. No.
No.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, I see.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Well, this is wild because I can actually see what's supposed to be on this screen, but for some reason you guys aren't able to see it, which is super fun for me.
What's wrong
Try
with the screen?
unplugging it and plugging it back in.
Well, like this, the thing is live. It's just
Their screen is being weird.
yeah, it just won't paint it, which isn't my favorite thing. Reset. Let's
Oh,
try
yeah, well, it's
reset.
my favorite thing.
Jamie.
It's your mom's favorite.
Wow. There we go.
Spaceship. Spaceship. I'm like the dude from Lego Movie. Spaceship.
It looks
Spaceship.
like, it looks like a piece of a computer.
It looks like a what?
A piece of a computer.
The big, flat, wide, broad, like sort of.
Sheet of metal.
People have been referring to it as the mothership. Other people have less complimentary fashion referred to it as the Great Pancake, because you can actually see it like when it's in orbit. It's kind of just big, flat thing. So yeah, it's the alien pancake.
You know how it is.
Looks more like a skillet to me, like an actual pancake cooking device rather than
a pan.
a pancake caker. Why?
We'll just get
TV.
flashes of random stuff. Spaceship. Spaceship. Spaceship.
It has never done this badly before, and I don't know. Maybe it's this HDMI port. All right. So that's where Sil went, and meanwhile, everybody else down below, big crowd of people, mom, brother, students, Colin, somebody named Joe. Never met Joe before. Don't know why he's being shown in this particular episode. Very
Oh my
strange.
god.
Shut up. You put that right in front of me. Like, I had to.
Chill, mama.
And I think you cut to the ship.
I kind of cheated my way there.
You cheated your way to the ship, and everybody
but
else
it
is
has
on the
cost you
ground.
something.
And I think we'll look at Sil Hill real quick and see what the heck is going on. So So Jack is very manfully trying not to throw up. Kind of hands on knees, like
Poor baby.
It's your fault.
Listen, I don't want to talk about it.
like very liquid swallowing
I'm
sounds.
proud of him, okay?
Well, you can be super proud of a dead person.
He's not dead. He's
Pretty
just,
much is.
He's not dead. He's just a little bit nauseous. and
If I were dead,
understand.
I'd be able to see myself. So I got that going for me.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a vampire in the mirror.
Oh my god.
I mean, I can see myself now, but I could also see myself when I was dead because I can see things that are dead, right? So that's. Of course, most people can see things that are dead because they're usually just lying on the ground. People that are talking that had been dead and are now. So that's who I can see. Ooh.
I think the term that you're looking for is ghosts.
Ugh, yeah. No ghosts up here. That's interesting.
It's a spaceship.
Very quiet. All right. Hey, what are we doing? You guys are actually in a where are you? What did you ask him to do? Take you to Kalka?
I said take me up to the ship. I didn't specify. Because honestly, if he could just make us up to the ship and didn't drop us in deep space, that was a win for me.
Okay.
Woo!
He
You're not dead.
Woohoo!
He almost is.
brought you in then to like a storage room. Okay?
Okay.
So it's like crates, racks, everything kind of secured against like sudden catastrophic lack of gravity, things like that.
This is terrible timing, but I really have to blow my nose.
Meanwhile,
Run, Forrest, run.
at the ground, on the ground, ships descending, people kind of looking for some kind of plan person,
Not here.
not actually in a local zip code.
Meanwhile, back on the ship.
Don't worry, I've got a plan for what we're gonna do when we're fighting these guys. What's the plan? Sil, what's the plan? All the people that need a plan are not where Sil is. The person with the plan is not where the people are.
There's a whiteboard. It's on the whiteboard. I couldn't tell you what's on the whiteboard.
Wait,
He
hold
could
on.
have just drawn a bunch of dicks for all I know.
Hold on.
It's possible he did do that.
Palacine, if we put our brains together, you and I can be as smart as Syl, okay? We just have to think for once.
Not with you.
No, we can do this, okay?
Not
Mind meld.
Your brain
Body
had like
swap.
one cell.
Hey, okay, look, maybe that one cell can do something, but we can do this. We just gotta think. Okay.
Body swap!
Fuck no! Shit, I just swore. Damn it, that lasted
Why
like
did you
5
pick?
seconds.
Why did you pick the one thing that she like gets squicked about? That's
Because I think it's funny.
Damn it.
the only thing we can do right now is a body swap. Shit. Okay. I think that you should do a comfort and support to Palacine, personally, because I think you're right. It's more of a support thing, but a comfort or support. Ha!
Don't you dare.
It's not in there. It's a move over here on this sheet.
No, I'm looking if I'm angrier.
You're
and
definitely
I am.
you're always angry.
Which is
You're the Hulk.
unfortunate.
You're always angry. That's your secret, Captain.
My secret.
Okay.
So you're rolling, and you're at what's your mundane?
My mundane is at a +1, but I've
Okay.
got a -2.
So you're subtracting 1 from the roll to try to convince her. Hey, though, that's a 10.
Woo!
9, but still a success. You take what you can get. All right. So what? Comfort and support. Let's hear it. What's the story there?
Read it to us.
Please.
When you comfort and support someone, roll plus mundane. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels. If they open up to you, on a 10+, you can also add a team to the pool or clear
You did
condition,
not do
but
that.
that didn't happen.
All right. So, Palacine, do you currently have any conditions? I don't know.
Probably not.
Look on the back. No. Look in the middle. Look on the side.
I'm afraid.
You're afraid?
Yeah, no shit.
Her reassurance can clear your afraid, or you could add potential if you're close to adding potential.
Wait, but that's only if what she says.
I'm not.
If you accept it.
Yeah,
right?
if you accept it.
I'm
but,
not close to adding potential.
Yeah. So you could clear afraid, but you need to kind of open up back or say,
Come together.
Stop.
Right now.
wow, please don't.
That's our parade tune this year. I hear it too much.
I want this
Okay,
freaking
well,
monitor to work, and it's making me angry.
Say best friends.
I'm waiting for her.
Yeah, you're the one who's comforting.
That's right. I totally.
You actually have to
spaced.
do this.
You totally spaced? No, she did.
Oh my god.
Open the airlock, Croak.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
Wrong
smash my
lever,
head through this
crunk.
table.
Why do we
okay.
even have that lever?
Hold on. I'm thinking.
Really
Okay.
intense eye contact.
just like
That's it.
She
Look.
becomes more afraid.
Can I double check this?
Look, this is
Can I be
our
extra
last
super duper
stand.
afraid?
If we don't
Yeah, because I'm gonna die.
if we don't do this properly, okay?
But yeah, you said your bit. I'm just wondering how she responds to this. We can do it. We can put our brains together and do this. We can have a plan. Do you believe her? That's the whole point. Do you believe her? And does that make you feel less afraid about this whole shenanigans?
Why else would Syl let us on her team if we weren't just as good as her?
Because I'm an alien.
It's
That's
a
an interesting
sign of
approach
trust.
to this theory.
It's a sign of trust that I left you there on your own. I believe in you to make.
But do I trust her?
Oh, come on now.
She's not the brightest bulb in the bin.
I mean,
Okay, who's got the best science
Yes,
grade
but
in
you
this?
love. Actually, Ember.
Who has
is
the
re-
best math grade?
Honestly,
Totally not,
Ember
'cause I'm
is
sleeping
pretty
with the
smart
teacher.
when it comes to science and
Yeah,
stuff.
she's just not
actually book
smart when it comes to thinking through her actions.
Exactly.
But she's telling you she's gonna try this time.
But consider, this is the biggest battle that we've ever had, and Syl has left you on your own.
And right now, Ember's taking it seriously.
And I think this is just for you guys to know, as like people who are controlling your characters. The reason why she did that was because it's a show of trust. She knows that she doesn't need to be there for you guys to make a solid plan because she trusts you to handle it,
She
even
ain't
if she's
smart.
not there.
She ain't very smart then.
I'm just saying that was her intention, was She trusts you.
Nah,
enough
I
to
think
make a
she
plan.
was just get me on the spaceship and wasn't thinking about the other two of us.
I've changed the narrative. I can do that. It's my character. She trusts you enough to make a plan on your own. So.
Okay, I half believe you, so sure.
If you don't believe me, then
No,
it's fine.
I do.
What do you...
I'm not afraid because I know she's there for me. I just think what she said was
Kind of bullshit.
yeah.
So you're taking it more as like this is a show of her loyalty to me,
Right,
not
yes.
necessarily what she's saying is true.
Well, I mean, she kind
But
of
no
doesn't
matter
believe it
what-
herself. She knows she's lying.
You're
to
full
herself.
of shit, but you're saying it because you love me.
Exactly.
and I appreciate that.
yes.
And that makes me feel less afraid because at least I know I've got one incredibly dangerous moron by my side.
Oh, don't worry. Ember is full on lying through her teeth right now. Like, we can do this.
Okay.
We can form a plan.
So,
yeah, I know.
Alright, you've got two very smart men in the room with you.
True.
Oh, we don't need those men.
That's true.
We might.
No, we don't. We could kill them for all I can.
No, not our boys.
Feminism.
okay. So, Palacine. The ships are descending. There are a lot of them. Like dozens descending on the city. Our arrows will blot out the sky. Sun kind of level of thickness of ships and that kind of thing.
That's a lot of ships. That's a lot of ships.
You're a princess. You're technically on your home territory here because this is right outside of the base that you've been living in, right? Kind of thing. And you have influence over literally everybody standing here.
True.
Can you please make a big heroic speech to the people, to the students?
Yo, we already tried that last time.
No,
But she's actually good at it.
yeah,
Oh,
she's
that's
good
true. I
at
forgot
it.
Remember, the person that everybody likes is the alien with no sense of human culture.
Forgot that. That's right.
Makes so much sense.
Oh my god, like Colin, like
And you have, I will say this, you have like a press this button in case of emergency thing that Parker left for you in the base that you put like little sort of a beeper kind of a deal that you can call for backup or call for reinforcements or push. I don't even know. You don't really even know what it does, but it's basically like with a little sticky note on it that said in case of emergency, push. On the backside of the sticky note, it says, in case of abject stupidity on the part of you and your compatriots, push twice.
I feel
So,
like that's kind of
I'll
targeted
push
towards me.
Click, 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 click.
That feels a little targeted, and honestly, I'm kind of offended.
I just came here to kill a bunch of people and have a good time, and I'm feeling so attacked right now.
hey, we're not allowed to kill people, remember?
That's
This
true.
is
I
a
came
PG
here to-
game.
I came here to be attacked, and I'm having such a good time.
And I'm having such a good time.
What do you think, Palacine? Is this speech time?
I was thinking it's more moment of truth time.
Well, that's kind of what the button's for.
Right.
I haven't thought about that, but
Yeah.
I mean, your
it
speech
still requires a speech of some kind.
Right. Well, I need to.
Your speech could be
The speech is
I mean, I am about to bring more aliens.
for the moment of truth. For the moment of truth, okay. So let's have your moment because we're standing here and it's like cool, and you're like turning and looking up at all these ships. And you're looking back at the people, and you're like, okay. So what's the moment of truth say?
You embrace your home and call them for aid. They will answer your call in force, arriving exactly when you need them to turn the tide. They fight and serve you for the rest of the battle. Of course, when all is done, they'll probably like to take you home with them. You did, after all, just prove yourself worthy.
Okay. So
chills.
It's written so nicely.
Yeah.
So you're here, and it says call on your people, and they will answer you. What do you do? I mean, you gotta announce yourself. Like they've been looking for you for this entire time, right? The whole
Right.
fleet has. They're looking for Princess Palacine, and is this the time where it's like, you want me? Here I am. This is me. I'm whatever. I don't know, but or you say, you should have been prepping this.
Speech.
I'm gonna speech.
Do you have a college essay you want to pull out and you should prep for this?
My college essay is too depressing for this.
What's that?
My college essay is too depressing.
Oh, really? Oh.
I feel like you could be like,
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of I go into everyone's brains, which I feel like doesn't even phase all the students anymore because they're so used to it at this point.
I mean,
they don't remember being used to it because you also erase their memory of doing it.
A school-wide broadcast, but I mean, to be
It
fair,
is a
I guess it's a school-wide broadcast.
Like you start doing it and it has that little bit of feedback that comes from somebody activating the mic for the school PA system.
That's so funny.
It is a school-wide broadcast. And just telling them more like, save yourselves, don't worry about me, like, protect yourselves, protect your families, and then just like, yeah.
I think you should do it like to the whole incoming fleet though.
Well, then I was going to turn around after I like
Oh!
talked to the student body and be like, come at me, bro.
Hit me up, bestie.
Hit me with your
You
best
probably have never
shot.
ever written this down, but if you're going to announce yourself to this fleet, like what is your full
Title.
name, title thing? Do you have it written down?
Maybe. I have a lot in this.
Do you remember what your home planet is?
That's on one of the
Squiggledy
papers.
Spooch. No?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
You
Squiggledy
mimic,
Spooch?
I am Princess Palacine, blah blah blah, of planet blah blah blah.
I think that was...
I have my people with me. Bring it on.
I have my people with me. In spirit.
Lucidia.
Lucidia. You did write it down.
I did.
Good job. And you saved it for 4 years. Unbelievable.
Wow. Look at me go. Look at my drawing of it. Isn't it beautiful?
All right, the 3 sons.
And the fish person.
3 sons of the... So I am Princess Palacine, heir to the throne of the 3 sons of Lucidia, and I stand with my people in spirit. I lead my people in spirit, also in spirit since they aren't actually physically here. And in the words of my adopted home, come at me, bro. I like that, but it's probably terrible. What do you say? I want to hear what you say. I'm just making shit up.
I mean, that was pretty accurate.
That was pretty good.
Except I was going to do the whole, I'm Princess Palacine of Lucidia, blah, blah, blah. All that, like,
Yeah?
heroic stuff. And then be like, come at me, bitch.
Come at me, bitch! Oh, yes! Woo!
See,
Oh, shit.
and you hear Chad kind of going, I was really expecting it to be one of those, like, Pinterest quotes that she always says.
Oh, I could have.
She's been hanging out with me too much. Sorry.
The sun sets on a new day. Oh, pain!
Oh my God.
Since it's a new day of pain. Is that what she said?
Yes, yes it is.
Oh, pain. You cannot push someone up a ladder that does not want to climb on their own, but you can push them down, bitch. Anyway, all right.
Just reminding me of Hootie. Delivery! Oh, pain!
So you have, what does it say to do when you're doing your moment of truth? Does it say anything in there?
You call them. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, like how moment of truth thing works. It's been a minute since we've done this.
I don't see anything
Moment
on
of
here.
truth is on page 43 and 152. 43 says, you don't have to make any decisions about your player's moment of truth. Oh, this is just about it. You can't trigger your moment of truth until you've unlocked it through advancement. Then you can trigger it whenever you want. You have full control of describing what your character does for as long as you remain within your playbook script. After your moment of truth is over, you permanently lock one of your labels. It will never change again.
Are you locking mundane, or is mundane
It's
already
already.
locked?
I already have 2 of them locked.
Oh my God.
I thought.
Wow.
No, just one.
Just one.
Just Monday.
This will lock another one.
Are you
I'll probably lock
Oh,
freak.
you could lock your freak at +3.
Yeah.
And your Monday's already locked?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at +3.
Jesus.
Crazy.
Do it. You should lock freak.
I will. Yeah.
But let me first say what is happening here. All right. So we've got the big sky, right? And you got this air shield thing that's
Really?
kind
I
of
thought it was a
blocking
small
your eye.
sky.
You got the big old sky full of ships, and they're all descending little black dots everywhere, and all the black dots start to get little white spots on them, like little bright spots on them, as they're like powering up. No, they're bad guys. So like red spots. They've all got
They're
so
bad guys, so they've got red spots.
they got red beams that are powering up, like kind of starting to glow and
red's
stuff.
my color.
And
Red's
they're
not
all
bad.
yeah. So this is all like you see the like little pinpoints of light, like, picked out all over the sky, and they're all pointed this way. And you have a sneaking suspicion that the shield that's meant to keep you guys in at this location is probably not going to help very much against whatever that they're bringing down. All right?
Fair.
And the beams start, like, they definitely, like, the big flare comes. And it's not great, but it's also not exactly what you're expecting. Because, like, there are beams definitely headed down towards you. But at first glance, Palacine being the optimist that she is, about half the beams aren't coming at you, bro.
Oh,
they are like going sideways or at angles and a bunch of other stuff, right? And what's his name? Makeshift?
Who, Alex?
Yeah, Alex.
Their name is Makeshift.
Makeshift, right. Anyway, so a bunch of the beams are going sideways, like, and going at weird, crazy angles and stuff like that, rather than coming down at you. Many are still coming down at you. And, plastering the ground, and everyone's like diving for it. But there's a bunch that are going and hitting other ships.
Dude,
that are levels? Descending. Like, some of the ships are shooting at other ships that are coming down. A whole bunch of them.
Are they inside the ships? Did they infiltrate her people? Did they infiltrate the bad guys? Is that why the ships are shooting each other?
It's probably just their ships.
Oh, because they're so excited to get to you.
No, I want kill. No, that's not what it is.
No, I meant it more as like a fire brigade. Who cares?
So the explosions are landing. You guys are like diving for cover and getting behind stuff, and some people are throwing up energy shields, and probably you've got like one of your big fire things up to kind of like soak stuff, because you've got the moat or shield or something like that, kind of a deal. So you're like, okay, so we got him mad. That's a good plan. We're doing stuff. That is definitely fine. And you hear Makeshift behind you. Yes!
What?
Isn't that fantastic?
I'm so confused right now.
Didn't you hear the broadcast?
No.
Not hers, the other one.
No.
He's got another shield up. They have got another shield up also that's like more personal and is kind of like, so it's like kind of got a little grippy thing that is kind of, he's got up over. It looks like one of those little finger strengthening grippy things.
Oh my god!
And when they squeeze it, it generates a shield. It's makeshift. Anyway, so he's like, all right.
I swear to God, Alex, if you don't start explaining things to me right now, I'm going to kill you instead.
They pull out a box. There we go. Pulls out a little box, sets it on the ground next to you, taps it 3 times, and this little like holograph thing pops up. He goes, replay last message. The incoming one from the unknown. Yes, that one. Go. And it plays a recording, and it is. They look like. I don't know why I'm still holding my arm up like this. They look like Joran. You remember Joran?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
The guard boy.
Yeah.
Probably still. I mean, they look like that in the sense that they look like somebody from your homeworld.
Right.
And they're clearly busy while they're doing this. What did you say the name of the planet was?
Lucidia.
And he's shouting. What does he shout? Children and allies of Lucidia, this is your moment. Rise up. Your time of hiding is over. Fight! Princess, we stand with you. And he's like on one of the ships and is like shooting over his shoulder while he's doing this. He's like, doing all this other kind of stuff. And then he kind of like, he just leaps off of the camera and then it's just dead air. He goes, they're up! They're in! There's a mutiny! You caused a mutiny! You crazy freaking pink-haired alien psycho! You're awesome!
I feel
May have said the quiet part loud there. Really sorry about that. And then he like grabs. It looks like a Nerf blaster. It actually is a Nerf. It still has Nerf on the side.
Can it actually look like when they tried doing like the Nerf guns for girls thing, and they did the whole bow and arrow Nerf gun thing, but they painted it pink, so it was for a girl. Somewhere. Can it actually look like that instead? Yeah. So he goes like pew pew. So it's like this tiny little thing. Right.
I don't know where the Nerf crossbow is at. Where's the Nerf crossbow?
Closet. Hold on.
And they're like, guys, it's for girls because it's not a gun and it has pink on it.
That's a hot sound.
I know.
This one gets stuck. Anyway, we know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nerf crossbow thing, but it's been reinforced. It's like it looks like it's been like spray painted silver. It actually is some sort of metallic thing.
Right. He's made it himself. Or they've made it their own.
Yeah.
What?
A little cartridge that they put into it looks like a little Nerf thing, but
What are in the jars?
what are the what?
The jars.
They're jars of food. They're canned food.
Yeah, you know, in case of a zombie apocalypse. Actually, guys, we are.
Oh, I thought you were.
What do you call those
It
people who
looked
are
like it
preparing
was
for an
soaking in
apocalypse?
vinegar, like you were
Preppers?
making pickles.
Yeah, we're actually a secret family of preppers. We're preparing for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, so is my dad.
We know it's
and
coming.
there's no way to eat all the food, so they
Got
can't.
it.
So
we,
it's
I thought it
we
was
know it's coming.
take all the
like
tomatoes and
the carrots looked like they were like
Cheez-Its?
You know the toilet.
fermenting or like
no,
becoming
she makes
pickled
salsa.
carrots.
She makes like this vegetable stock for soups and stuff.
You know the toilet paper hoarders.
It's
That
awesome. The
was
salsa
us.
is amazing.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Anyway, all right. So yes,
loving it, into it, super fun.
Chad has grabbed like the lid of like some derelict car or something and ripped it off. Like I say, the hood of some derelict car, and like basically ripped it off and is like holding it as like, is it Hulk smash time now? Do we go up there and like? I'm assuming there's not a lot of finesse here because Syl left.
Yes, Chad. Just do whatever you want. Chad.
I like how you really lay into that. Why do you say my name like it's an insult? Never mind. I already know.
What's his actual name?
His name is
No,
actually
his-
Chad.
No, his hero name. That's what I meant.
I don't remember anymore.
I'm sure you wrote it down.
I don't have that.
Isn't it in?
It's like something smash
Where's
or something
the-
like that. It
Where's
was so
the,
dumb.
Yeah, crash or smash. Where's your little
Crusher or something like that.
One of your
that might be it.
one of
Yeah,
your little
your
map
class-
things.
Your seating chart?
No, the scene check was over there. I laid it down. It's mixed in with your character sheet. Should be.
This is the original one.
Is it in there?
Chad.
Did we just write down Chad?
No, it just says that he kicks back his chair and has a sick mom.
And not sick in like the cool way.
No.
Sick in the actually like.
Actually,
Ew.
sick. Yeah, I don't remember his name. It's something like.
It
It's
was
something
like
like.
Crusher.
I feel like it was
something.
Crusher.
Yeah.
But
He's the kind of guy who's like, if I punch myself and it actually hurts, is because I'm too tough.
Is it
Or
because
too
I'm
strong.
strong or weak?
oh my god, I swear to God. Oh my god. But like at this point, it's like nothing really matters anymore, you know?
No, everything.
What do
matters.
you?
Well, Sill's not here, so it's like do whatever you want, Chad. And like also being anonymous doesn't really matter because no one else is here to like see
We're gonna.
us.
We're just gonna. Yeah. So the battle
So like
commences.
that's all like I need to say his name.
Well,
The battle,
yeah, I know. I
the
was
battle
just
commences
curious.
on the ground with utter chaos. It is definitely not half the ships. It's more like about a third of the ships. And probably some of the other ones are not effectively. So some of the ships are actually being controlled by an entire force that's loyal to you. So they're shooting other ships. Some of the ships are not doing much of anything to anybody external because there's actually a fight going on their ships. And then some of them, if there are any people who are rebelling, it's not enough to disrupt them, and they're still coming down. So that's all kind of chaos. In fact, let's run through the classroom real quick. But first of all, starting with Ember, what do you do? What do you do now that the fight is joined? Like, what do you actually do?
I have a question. I can't remember. Have I taken all of the energy out of my mother?
Recently? No. Recently? No.
Or just like in the...
Remember that the reason that you were so 2-ish episodes ago, you were racing over to your mom's apartment because you had forgot to bleed her off for a couple of days.
Right.
And that was the energy signal was what was probably drawing those aliens down in the first place. And you basically from that fight retreated to the base, decided screw this, we're going to gather everybody together, and then proceeded to do that. And so it really there hasn't been a point where you've been able to like go, okay, let me take 2 hours here and like siphon her down.
What if you siphon her so fast it's just like not?
Well, so...
It's like you do it slow for the safety of both of you.
Yeah,
but
well,
in
so
this
that's kind of
situation-
my
I know you want to do that, but save it for like this fleet's been taken care of by this thing over here.
No.
This
That's
nonsense.
why I was asking, because I'm not going to do that right now. So what is... So I'm assuming, like, the class is fighting, right? What is my family? Are they still in the base? Like, what's happening?
Your brother and your mom probably stayed down in the base.
Okay.
Or maybe they're let's put them on the scene, like maybe, ducking for cover inside of the weirdly reinforced oversized porta potty. Like they're still in the elevator, essentially at the elevator entrance kind of thing of the porta potty. And this screen not working is really making me sad.
Okay. Then I...
But if you want to, just start flying around and fire blasting stuff, then that's all to the good.
I am going to...
Can I just tell you something that I think is kind of cool?
Yes.
Like, the Ember, just kind of, straight through, ships just, as she's going through. I think that's cool.
Tracking missiles?
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna sort of
I'm going to be that.
Well, I'm gonna try.
I want to do that.
Send tracking missiles to specifically the ones that aren't.
Oh, it's all backwards. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, it's all backwards.
Sorry.
I'll fix it.
The ones that aren't obviously don't have anything going on from her alien friends.
Okay,
know?
the ones that are you're going after the ones that are actually still fighting competently.
Right. So
I gotcha.
I'm a tracking missile, and then I send out 2 other tracking missiles that stay as don't dissipate. Is that the right word?
Yeah, sure.
When it hits the target, like it usually would.
Oh.
It's just gonna keep going.
So you're making constructs, kind of fire? Like you. You're like you, and then you're and it's 2 fire yous.
Well, less 2 fire me's and just they're just fireballs, because I feel making it me would be hard, and keep it solid.
Fire constructs are, if you think it would be hard, then it'll probably be hard because...
Well, making it a construct and look like something. To make it continue would, I feel require a lot of focus. So,
awesome.
And there's a lot going on, So I'm thinking...
I think, there's a bit in Lord of the Rings where... in the first movie, Lord of the Rings, when the Nazgul are crossing the river and the big wave comes down and wipes them out, and for a little bit, the front end of the wave looks like charging horses. And this is originally from the books and stuff, but the thing about that comes out in the books later is did you see how the waves became horses for a little bit? Gandalf's that was me. For a little bit, they might look like something else before they just sort of become big balls of fire.
Right.
But, for a moment, your will is exerted upon them and, they have a shape.
That one scene from...
I have an image that actually kind of goes
is it Guardians of the Galaxy? What's his face has the arrow and it just goes through.
Yeah.
That's what I'm sort of thinking.
Gotcha. I want to move everything over to this thing here.
But just in the air, and it's me and 2 other missiles.
Yeah.
And also, I'm not whistling because I don't know how to whistle, so I doubt Ember does.
You don't know how to whistle?
No, I can't do it.
Try.
No, I literally can't do it.
Like that.
Yeah.
For a second.
Yeah.
They look like flaming U's.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
And you're ah! And then they just then it dissolves into the big fireball thing, and they're blasting through stuff. All right. We got our list of student names out there, right?
Yes.
Tell us, people, and Sil, join in. What do we see people doing?
Do we just want to switch?
Well, it doesn't matter. Just.
Okay. So, Nox
You don't have to give us, but in broad terms, shadow portals that, engulf a wing and, make the ship go flying sideways, or...
Nox is on the roof of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how he kind of makes these invisible constructs?
Yeah.
He's
He makes what now?
The invisible constructs. Remember the fight with him and Sil in the gym, and he's throwing knives, but if so could see, they'd be like invisible, so you can't really like detect where they are. So like she has to. Like,
so he's doing he does stuff like that.
He's doing that, but like think like Miss Marvel style, where he's like climbing up, and he's like getting up onto like some of these like diverse smaller ships, and like just like tearing shit apart.
Okay, so he's moving. He's
He's,
actually
like,
getting on
eating
top
it.
of ships.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
He's like very personally on it.
Okay.
And stuff.
What is who's next?
I feel like Spider Monkey is running up like on the sides of buildings, jumping on ships, and also sort of like tearing things apart. But in more of like a animalistic
Donkey
way.
Yeah. Who do we see? So of the people who's like let's sum this up. Who in the class is like actually just getting up there and like literally we see them on ships like wrecking shit?
So Nox, Spider Monkey.
Chase is sort of doing that from the ground, but his arms are up there, you know?
Cool.
And he's just like the whole time.
Chase is like doing the stretch
She's
and
a xenophobe.
the stretch and
Oh,
retract
yeah.
thing to whip stuff up into the air, like kind of spring load stuff,
yeah.
like straight up.
Okay, yeah. So
Sharon's going crazy because she's
Sharon
a xenophobe.
is a xenophobe.
She's like having
so
overload.
she is like
angry.
yeah.
Is she?
She's Patrol's sister.
But she's
Wait,
like
hold
she's
on.
a squib though, right?
Can I just
So
like?
she's got like a power suit or
Can
something.
I just
Yeah.
take a
She's
second?
just like die.
Get out of my city!
Yeah.
Can I just take a second to like imagine like what's going on in her head? She's like, I'm sorry, I hate you all. What? Is this like a manifestation of my insecurities as a person? she's like working out her trauma as she's tearing this shit apart. Like, this isn't healthy for me.
Realizing that maybe not all aliens are that bad.
Oh, these ones.
You
I'm
guys are
fighting
like
an alien
the worst.
because I'm working with an alien. I'm really conflicted right now. Hear me out. Aliens. Anyway,
I don't know. I just like that. It's so dumb, but it's kind of funny.
So who's on the ground like delivering from the ground?
Alex.
Oh, Alex. Yeah, Alex is totally doing like all kinds of weird gizmo
Otter
crap.
Pop is definitely like on the ground, but like jumping over stuff.
Actually, Otter Pop and
Fuck, I love her.
Cold Snap are working together with like cold synergy stuff, and basically, I'm trying to remember where I've seen this, but the whole idea of like the ice spikes. Actually, you know what? Castlevania, the woman who does like the fire and the ice stuff, but like grabbing like basically manifesting ice spikes, and then Cold Snap's making them, and then Otter Pop is like sort of half grabbing them, half like seizing them with her brain, but basically just whipping them up like big spikes up at the thing, and they're just like.
Colin's down on the ground.
Colin's probably coordinating stuff.
Yeah, he's not actually fighting. He's like
Well, he is, because when stuff gets close, he's like he'll be like
toss out something.
he's like he'll roll to the side and toss stuff, and it's like little they look like super balls or something like that, and they kind of like bounce and they get higher and higher, and then they stick. And then they start melting into the hull, and they just.
But he's like on his computer,
and he's still going, and in the background, like he's busy typing, and the thing is bounced and bounced, and the thing is like spiral, and you see him typing, and in the background you see an alien ship going, and smoke's coming up, and he's like,
Riptide's on the ground. Riptide's on the ground, just like.
Chad is.
he's
also,
over by where the by the
Yeah.
water line and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Actually, I like him with him and Cold Snap and Otter Pop all like
Yeah.
kind of doing a bunch
And
of
then
water ice
Chad-
and stuff.
He's got the water. She makes it ice. Otter Pop tosses.
And loose and loose.
They're like, oh, that one was a bit too far to the left. Let's go again. No, and then Chad, I feel like, is going from the ground, and then
Chad's
also
fucking everywhere,
like
dude.
the buildings, and sometimes on the ships, and he's just like picking up ships and tossing them into other ships.
I'm sorry, I just love the idea of like a ship. It's like, come on, and he like grabs the ship. And like, and it's just, and it like crashes into another ship. They both crash.
The problem is he's got no mobility skills at all. So like he's got to wait for something to kind of hit him.
Right.
Yeah.
One ship gets close enough, so he grabs it and like tries it. He climbs sort of up on top of it.
I'm just like, and it's like they both go spinning off into a build. Like, his concern for collateral damage is no.
I did tell him do whatever he wanted. One gets close to the ground. He like sort of climbs up on top of it. He grabs another one and smashes it into the ground, and all three of them
he's
go.
Just feeling himself, you know.
He's like grabbing the front and looking into the thing. He's like, "You guys ever seen hammer throw in high school track?"
Have you ever seen that one movie, Matilda, and the awful principal, and she threw the girl by the braids?
Oh yeah, I remember that from the musical on the stage. They did that. It was really cool how they did it on the stage.
Yeah.
That's so fun. I love it.
Is there anybody we didn't talk about? Palacine. What's Palacine doing?
She's just drawing.
She's just
I'll get her. I don't want to talk to you, okay? I don't even know who you are. Bye. Here. Can you please put this on or telepathically meld mine with everybody from your world or whatever? Because they keep calling me because I'm the only one who's answering. Take control of your people. Tax them or something. I don't know. Go! Anyway. What do you do? What do you do?
Palacine.
We also have Angela. I don't know if she's there.
Which one's Angela?
She's
The
like the
snitch.
newborn robot thingy.
Who is she primarily?
She's probably up in the air. Or
yeah, she's flying. She's probably flying around.
She stole her dad's supercar and she's flying around in it.
Well, she's the newborn, so she's actually kind of an AI. Yeah, she's sort of like somewhat
calculate
emulating
that you
Ember in
are
that
a
she's
threat
like
to this
she's
world.
kind of flying through stuff, but what she's doing is she's flying up and just sort of pausing in midair in front of ships and letting the ship fly into her, and it just goes and she's still there.
Yeah,
on the other
so
side,
fun.
and kind of sitting there going, not satisfying. Next, and
Let's try again.
Oh, I love that so much.
I calculate that you are a threat to this world.
Unsatisfying. Next time, I will exert power.
Your chance of survival is 0.
All right. But what Palacine? What are you doing?
Definitely connecting with my people.
All right. So like a psychic mind.
Yeah, especially
thingy?
I would assume my parents came down since they're the king and queen and like.
They used to. Yeah, this used to be a thing the royal family did.
Right. So
Right.
I mainly am trying to connect to them.
Oh, they're probably not here.
Or not.
No. So what?
They went, fuck that shit.
Let's do a quick flashback to explain this. But basically, I mean, your planet was captured, right?
Right.
It was subjugated, and it was brought into line under control of Vanquish, and the people who surrendered were given the choice of servility and service on the planet, or they would be allowed to join the forces of Vanquish. And that's. Have you guys ever seen the movie 300?
No.
Okay, so the idea of 300 is actually theoretically a historical event that happened. But back in the day, throughout the Mediterranean, sort of an unstoppable military force was the Persian Empire. And what made it notable, and the reason it was so freaking hard to deal with, was the fact that it was bloody enormous. And the way they accomplished this was they would take over an area and say, hey, you're Persians now. Not you're working for Persians now, you're Persians now. So if you want to be treated well, join us, become, treat yourself like proper Persians, and join our military force, and we will continue to just... So it's like the Katamari Damacy role of militaries, because the Persian army was... There'd be a whole section from this country and a whole other section from this other country, and blah, and it was just this massive thing.
So her calling on her people was the people in the ships who were like, oh yeah, I'd rather serve them than be, a slave on the planet, and they're now...
And they're like, yeah, we'll join you. Oh, you're going to go find our previous princess? Yes, we will absolutely help you hunt her down. We are totally loyal. And you know why they can't tell that they're lying? Because they don't know how to fucking deal with shapeshifters who are also psychic. And that's been the whole problem with this planet from the get-go, and why they've been so freaking fixated on you, because, they need to get the leadership. So your family, big question mark still about your family, but they have, once they're part of the whole thing, they reveal, like, we know the princess is alive, we're going to find her, and we're going to bring her to heal, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, cool, great plan. Can't wait to be a part of it. And you call out, and all of these people are like,
Fuck yeah!
finally!
Okay.
The deal with 300, the story of 300, is where they came to Greece and said, hey, we're here. We'd rather not fight you, because why fight you when you can just join us? So join us. And and a good chunk of Greece was like, yeah, okay, sure. And Sparta said, how about instead eat a bag of dicks?
Sounds about right.
And the Persian army was coming in, and they faced them off at a place called Hephaestus, I'm mispronouncing that, but it translates to the hot gates, but basically it was a very, very narrow pass through an area that could be held by a relatively small force.
It's named after one of the Greek gods, right?
Well, it wasn't specifically Hephaestus, but it had some of the same shared words. And basically 300 soldiers went down there with spears and shields and held the hot gates against the Persian army. They ended up all dying, but they held them for so long that the Persian army was like, you know what, fuck this, and they left. And Greece was never subjugated by the Persian army in that area. It's a really, and the movie is really pretty amazing. Visually speaking, it's just really, really cool to look at. We should watch it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, but that's sort of what Vanquish's army is like the Persian army. It's many, many different planets' forces. And you'll recall that the guy who did the video channel thing said, "Children of Lucidia and our allies rise up." It's not just your people that are in the ships saying, you know what, this is the time to say F this and F you, and
it's a bunch of different species from captured planets
who are potentially,
we fucking hate these.
but not all of them.
Okay, so I was just curious about what that whole situation was.
That's what's going on.
Okay.
That's what's going on there. Is they were sleeper agents. Okay, so you're gonna try to do the thing that your family was always known for doing, which is uniting our people. Many fingers, one fist. Except it was probably not fingers.
Many fingers.
Many tentacles.
Many fingers.
One limb, one will.
That's
one brain.
Many limbs, one will.
God damn.
I feel like the symbol for your family is a really, really creepy looking alien octopus with a gazillion tentacles. You're the tentacle version of the Hydra kind of thing. Because the idea is when we need to, we can be all of you, or we will all collectively work as one. All right, so I think I'm just going to extend this as part of the moment of truth, because you're becoming more yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're locking freak at 3. So this is the moment where you say, and I kind of love this, because your mundane is 3, which is your connection with people, and your freak is 3, which is your connection with, oh my God, you're doing some of the craziest wild bullshit, right?
Oh, you know how your skin is the metallic color
When you get all
as
powered
your
up.
freak locks the color and the skin kind of fade back and you just become your true form, and you're shiny and metallic. And you're my people,
Yeah. This is the moment where you just fully embrace that, lock it in, and go, I know who I am, and who I am, at least to a certain extent, is I know my people, and I know my power. And they both happen to be a 3.
That's awesome.
Which is pretty sick. So at that moment, the crazy chaos and disconnectedness of the battles on the various ships and stuff like that, and the battles in the air, because there's ships shooting other ships and all this other kind of stuff, suddenly gains a certain amount of coherence. Where it has been this ship's shooting over here and this ship's shooting over here, then suddenly 3 ships wheel and in unison all shoot at one ship.
Oh,
right?
They're coming together.
They're flying. They're pulling themselves into wings. On the various ships where the alien, where the different forces are fighting and stuff like that. They all stop shouting at each other sort of incoherently and trying to point and stuff, and they all just kind of all turn and move in coordination and seem to know what the next one's going to do, and everything gets very coordinated all of a sudden. Guys run out of ammunition and there's already somebody throwing them a new clip, from across the room. It's all
so sick.
And it's all as we see all this stuff happening, we see that it's also all happening inside of Palacine's head. She's seeing all of it.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my God, that's so cool.
If it were a comic,
Oh my God.
if it were a comic panel, it would be a great big rectangular, actually kind of a full page panel, right?
Yeah.
And it would all be little every little broken panel inside of it is like a little piece of a panel of glass. So each one of the things is like a little panel of a stained glass window, and the whole stained glass window together is Palacine. Is like a stained glass picture of Palacine. All the action together makes up her.
That's cool.
I think I just melted Gatsby. Look at her face. That's a pretty good image, eh?
Dad, I'm making a tarot card for Palacine. You know what you've just done to me?
It needs to be a stained glass
You've given me hours of work. I'm
needs-
trying to make this vision come to fruition.
Where
Do you know how many?
she's just kind of looking like this, but
Do
she's
you know
also
how
saying
many
like,
fucking pictures of stained glass I'm gonna have to look up? The church windows I'm gonna have to look up now.
and look for because you want like sort of a Virgin Mary like stained glass thing, but it's Palacine with the
God
pink hair.
damn, this is gonna be. You're just a badass. Oh God. Oh. Now I want to do some cool shit. Can I do some cool shit?
You can do some cool. Roll a 6 for me.
Just
No,
one?
I don't mean roll. I mean I want you to roll a number 6.
Roll
I
bad.
want you to get a 6.
Let's start rolling bad.
Time to start rolling bad,
It's
so we
time
know
to
that we're
start
still playing the
rolling.
same game. I'll be right back.
Okay. That's so cool. That's so fucking sick, dude. Now I feel like I want to punch someone. Like, I have this move called stand up for something. Roll plus saber. On a 10 plus, choose 2. On a 7 and 9, choose 1. The 3 options are listeners can't keep doing what they're doing. They can't flee without addressing you. Or they can't attack without losing status or position.
Oh shit.
And you know for damn well I want to pull that shit with Kalka. I really want to fight. And then as soon as I fight her and bully her into giving me information about where Vanquish is, I'm gonna send you in there. Oh my gosh, this is so epic. I'm so excited about this whole situation.
I'm so tired. I was like so early last night. It was amazing. I was just like on my phone and I fell asleep
What time did you go to bed?
at 9:15. And I slept till like
I'm super curious about
8:30.
what kind of paint or whatever ended up in the sink in the bathroom.
That was my fault.
You need to clean that.
I know, I'm gonna.
Not great. Not good. Not good. Okay, so up in the ship, the storage area sort of lets out onto a sort of like a big hangar. Like
Okay.
think like a Star Wars thing where like, you know, the one end of the hangar is just like a force field that the ships can fly out of.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. And you're seeing some of these, they're still deploying and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're kind of looking there. And so you're like, okay, we're not going to go that way. So you kind of like can get out of the storage room and back up into some passageways and start moving. And with your senses, actually, I'm going to have you probably roll to overcome as you navigate your way through the ship and basically avoid people.
Okay.
So
what am I doing?
You're rolling freak to overcome your stuff, but you could probably assess the situation first if you wanted
Okay, I would like to do that.
to. Because your freak is... your freak's not bad, which is good. But you can roll to assess the
mine's
situation.
better.
Okay. Be mindful of your
not a
surroundings. I'm
competition.
also going to use be mindful of your surroundings.
Before
when you
entering a
assess.
fight, you're not entering a fight yet.
Am I not?
No, not yet. But this is initially for the just
Okay.
what's going on the ship kind of thing.
Assess the situation. When you assess the situation, roll plus 2.
Actually, what are the questions on there? Because this may not be what we're looking for.
What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is at the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this?
Okay, so that's fine. Roll, assess the situation. What is it? Tell me it's a 2.
It's a 4.
Ooh.
But you're adding
But
3.
I'm adding 3, so it's a 7.
Nice. Do you have any conditions right now?
When we're sad that it doesn't go bad.
Aw.
No, I don't have any
Okay.
conditions.
All right. So a 7.
I'm ripe for a beating.
Okay. So assess the situation. What do you get with a 7 to 9?
I get asked 1, but since I have because you said I'm not going to fight you. Didn't
You're not. You're navigating the ship yet. We're overcoming. Actually, you know what? This shouldn't have. We didn't. Oh, you wanted to do assess before you navigate this. Okay. So what are you doing? How do I best in this quickly?
To getting through the ship, as in like ending it quickly.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
like finding
Well,
navigating.
yeah. How do I deal
How do
with
I
it?
best navigate this?
Okay,
quickly?
you want to get to the Kalka. If
The
she's not on,
bridge.
if Kalka's not on the ground, you need to get to the bridge.
The bridge.
Getting to the bridge is, shouldn't be. Yeah, that's what you need to do, and you just need to think about how you can get up there in a way that's going to have you encountering. You don't want to fight your way all the way up there.
Yeah, I
It's
just
not a
want to get
freaking.
to her.
It's not a freaking video game. We need to speed run this bitch.
We need to
Maybe-
clip to the
That's
back area.
Dream's speedrun music. Do 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 do
Wow.
Bitch, I know it. I know what's up.
I believe you, and also I'm kind of scared. All right, we got to go back over to the ship. Where's the ship? Okay, so now you need to actually
Stuck in
overcome.
my head the rest of the day. Oh
So-
yeah, the video gets copyrighted by Dream.
So you get a general idea of like what you need to do this, and acting on it, you get to take a +1 on the roll. So you get to now you're going to roll freak, and you're rolling to overcome the obstacle of getting through the ship.
getting
So you're
through the
rolling to
ship.
add freak, but you get to add +1.
Okay, so
From
my
your
freak
assess.
is already a +1, so
So you get to
I'm gonna
add
roll
2.
with +2.
You get to add 2.
I get to add.
Don't roll a 3 or a 4 or a 2.
Don't tell me what to do. 7 plus 2 is 9.
Good
Roll
job.
a 9.
Excellent. Well done.
So mixed success.
Mixed success.
Okay.
So overcome. Can you read that move for a 7 and 9? Because I know what it is, but
What do you mean over?
overcome obstacle. No, wait. Sorry. Unleash your powers. That's what it is.
Oh.
My bad.
Okay. When you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak. On a hit, you do it. On a 7-9, mark a condition, or the GM tells you how it is unstable or temporary. Well, if it's temporary, then
It doesn't really matter.
I'm
if
just
it's temporary.
getting through the
You just
ship.
need to get there.
Yeah, it's
If
a
they all
temporary
find you
situation.
afterwards.
If they all ambush me on the brig after I've
Bridge.
defeated
Brig is different.
Bridge after I've defeated Kalka, I don't give.
No, that's not.
But it's up to you. So I
Okay,
guess it
so
doesn't
when you
matter.
unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle on a 7-9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is
You could just
unstable
mark a condition.
or
I don't want to.
temporary.
Why not?
Or I'll say you got a 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Palacine can spend a point of team to help you.
I totally forgot. We have a mind connection.
Well, so in the back of your mind is because this thing is there's stuff happening on the ship too. There's craziness happening up here on the ship. There's apparently like fights and stuff, and sort of in the back of your mind, in the place where your connection with your girls is at, you kind of feel Palacine having the Rose Tyler Bad Wolf moment, kind of back here.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, and Jack's like, what the hell is going on? And like, I'm pretty sure it's Palacine.
I'm pretty sure this is...
And all these people are, yeah. So given that Palacine's got all this stuff going on, and this sort of like all-knowing, all-seeing, all screwing with the bad guys mind of God right now, she could simply spend a point of team to give you a bump to get you to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
When you're about to be discovered, it's like, okay,
No.
hey, you're sitting there in this one section, and you're hearing people coming from one direction and people coming from another direction, and the lift is coming down, and Jack's like, what do we do? What are we doing? And you're like, we're gonna have to fight this one. And then you hear Palacine. Palacine sort of comes forward in your head and said, hang on just a second, I got this. And the people who come out of the elevator are like already shooting at the other hallways. And you're like, elevator, now. And then she just retreats. And she's like, and she has other things to focus on. But for a second, she's there. And then she isn't.
Me and Jack just like standing in the elevator like... Da, 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 da.
There is hold music on
They're
the
just like,
ship elevator.
No, but I picture you guys on the ship like, all like,
You just like open the doors and it's like, it's like, you know, classic video game moment.
In the original Mass Effect, they didn't have the main space station was very large, and in order to deal with the fact that it was very large and it was like an old game, they locked off the different sections from each other by making you do session changes by going into the elevators. And it took a while for these session changes to load, so they had a uncomfortable amount of like awkward silence conversations that happened between your companions while you were standing in the elevator.
That's awesome.
And it was different depending on who was in the elevator.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you had like about 6 or 7 different people who could be with you in the elevator, and depending on who you paired up, what they were saying, and sometimes they were talking about you, just like you weren't even in the room.
That's
So, yeah.
so awesome.
Awkward conversation. I love that game. Anyway, all right. So
in the middle.
the elevator opens up closer to the bridge, and you're not close, but you're close enough to be able to hear what's going on there. And Kalka and a couple other people are having a moment because they are.
No, not like that, Jimmy.
They're like super close to each other. They're like, what do we do? I don't know, but I just want to kiss you right now.
Not that kind of moment.
It's like sensually dragged down the arm.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I mean, I can go, but
Is this a bad time?
I feel bad now because I'm using Kalka and Blood Opal, and like I feel like you guys have just like
oh my god, they're so cute together.
right. I feel like you guys have just
they ship it.
you've just shipped them, and you hadn't even seen them yet. You shipped them from around a corner.
Well, she never sees them.
I don't see anyone.
That's fair. All right.
I can't lose you yet.
It's like
We haven't even gone on a real date.
you guys are like creeping down a hallway, and suddenly Syl mutters, "These two just need to kiss and get it over with." And Jack's like, "Who are you talking about?" Kalka and this other girl. Like, what? No, they're seriously. I think they're just. He goes, "Could you stop? Could you stop shipping the enemy?" And also,
But I want
It's kind of sad. Once they're dead, they can't go on a date.
Jack's like, well, I mean, technically they can.
Don't worry. I got him. I'm moving.
no. Oh my God, no, never. Yeah, okay, so when I say having a moment, what I mean is she's having a rage-induced meltdown over the mutiny that's currently happening with her thing.
Romantic.
And
the other one's like, it's okay, just calm down. We can get through this together.
there isn't... Oh, no, it's only her support in this. Blood Opal is not
quiet.
here.
Stop.
Wow.
You know the, like, silencing kiss?
The arrow ace.
I know, that's what I was
trying
about
to
to say.
describe a romantic
I was gonna
interaction.
say the
is
arrow
worst
ace
looking
trying
thing.
to show what a kiss looks like. It looks so
I kind of
we-
appreciate, because this is almost like an arrow ace flag. In
I
the
weep
colors.
for your ex. I weep.
Hey, he was the one who didn't want to do anything. Actually, that's not true. Honestly, that's
Let's not
true.
get into it.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Oh my
And I'm going
God.
to leave it packed. That's not a suitcase I want to,
Let's leave that box
That's it.
in the closet.
yeah, closet
She's
joke.
already out of the
Easy closet joke. All right. No, she is
Raging.
Kalka out of the
she's raging
but
in a
she's
very
raging.
controlled fashion because
So she's not throwing chairs everywhere?
no, what she's saying is, I assure you, my lord, everything will be brought into proper order shortly.
My lord. That's a little...
No, Lord is vanquish, not.
Oh, I thought that was the one.
And then the
girl
cameras
trying
turn
to
off and then they kiss.
Yeah, we've got to hide our gaze.
Yeah, Vanquish is a little homophobe.
No,
Fucking like rom-com.
this one's not here. It's just random people on the bridge.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
and you hear Vanquish's voice for the first time.
Oh shit.
Which is a whole new experience, because if a black hole could talk, that's what it sounds like. And incidentally, go on YouTube and look up recording of the sound of a black hole, because it's creepy as fuck.
All I started thinking of when you said that is the box in Umbrella Academy.
The what?
Do you watch Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
The newest season, the box, Christopher.
Oh, we haven't seen the new one
I
yet.
haven't
I haven't seen the season yet.
Oh.
Don't spoil.
It's not a spoiler.
There's somebody in there as a creepy voice or something?
No, it's just a box and it goes.
Not that voice.
That's funny. Me, I'm just like grunge girl level shit.
Hang on, let me see if I can find.
I mean, you don't need to.
Hang on,
I
no.
want to hear it. Or it could be like whale sounds. They're oddly soothing, but they're also like horrifying to listen to.
Have you seen that video of the guy being like, I wonder who came up with the idea of whale sounds? Just like, this whale is like, my girlfriend broke up with me. Ooh. And then this guy's like, oh, that's really soothing. And then this whale's like, these humans keep listening to me crying about my girlfriend and falling asleep to it.
Your humor is one of epic proportions, Jamie.
No, honestly, it is the most soothing thing, but it's also horrifying to listen to.
Like, what if
No,
what you're
I can't.
listening to are the whales talking
The audio's
to
not
each
going to play
other?
right. So
Ah,
I don't
Jamie.
want to think about that.
at some point, I will play. But anyway, very deep, resonant, and weirdly like almost. No, not whale song. What are you doing? Stop. It almost seems kind of like It almost seems kind of auto-tuned, but like
Corpse. Have you heard Corpse husband's voice?
Oh, wait, but that's sexy.
True.
He
Listen,
has sexy voice.
bad
though.
guys can be sexy.
Not vanquish, though. He's homophobic. That's not sexy.
That what? Stop! That is non-canon fan fiction. Oh
We
God.
are the canon.
Can you write a fanfic?
About our own characters.
It's not
No,
fair.
no! Cold
Hang on.
gun!
Let me see if this voice.
Oh,
Hey.
Vanquish.
Do not know
All right.
evil is coming.
All right, here we go.
I love it. So creepy. Someone's spine just broke.
His voice is
Just
people's
saying.
spines breaking.
Just chill for a
Stranger
second.
Things just...
Classic 1980s terrible movie, but this guy.
Is it kind of like Thanos?
Oh no.
I was thinking Vecna.
Oh, I see.
I like you, my gifts.
Oh, yeah.
Does the gun not please you?
That's his voice, actually.
Serve your bride.
It reminds me of like not
I just think
Darth
Vecna.
Vader, but like I don't know.
Yeah, that guy. Mix him with this like bring in a little Darth Vader. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Okay. All right. We got it.
There's this hilarious video of the dude who played Vecna saying all these like
I want to wait.
normal catchphrases in his voice.
Yeah. I just want to wait until she's like off the phone. Off the phone. with him.
Off the phone, she's like,
Yeah, because
Yes,
I don't
sir.
want him to know that I'm about to beat her up, hopefully. But I do want to know where he is. Like, I don't want him to know that she is compromised. That her, like, location and stuff is compromised.
His response, she's like, "I'll show you everything will be in order." And what he responds is, "Oh, the longest any planet has taken to subjugate in the face of my vanguard is the barest fraction of the amount of time that this backwater planet has occupied you.
hey, humans are resilient, man.
The performance of the vanguard in this event has been nothing short of an embarrassment. You will forgive me if I voice a doubt."
L.
Shit.
That's just a fat L for you, Kalka.
Wait, when you go in there, can you be like, Kalka, more like Kaka? I'm sorry, I'll leave.
So I'm glad Syl is here and not
I'm sorry,
Ember.
I'll leave.
You can
I'll
see yourself out.
As
Yeah.
assault, as verbal assaults go, that one lacks a little something. All right, so I will have it in order. We have them. The last of the resistance is gathered in one place. We will smite them easily. You cannot even control your forces on your own ship.
You're just
The
picking out
vanguard
from
will
the
no
court.
longer be
Loser.
necessary. I will be among you soon.
Oh.
Malo! And then you can just tell that whatever she was talking with, whatever she was interacting with, like that little electronic sub-hum that you get from like fluorescent lights or whatever, like there's something like that underpinning his signal. And when he cuts it, you don't hear that anymore. You
Yeah.
don't sense that anymore. So you know that she's no longer online with him. And you hear her say something under her breath that's very definitely her going, "Fuck," but in an alien language. Because she is...
So I have a move that is called Stand Up for Something.
Hang on just one second.
Okay.
I want to give you the rest of the context here. She says, there's dead silence on the bridge because nobody's going to say anything. Because Vanquish may be coming, but she's still the most dangerous thing in the room,
Yeah.
far and away. I am descending to the planet to take care of this personally before my lord arrives. Lieutenant, you have the con, and you hear her.
don't
so
let her-
that's about
She's
that's
not leaving
that's
yet,
what's
right?
happening. You do your thing.
Okay, so I have a move that's called Stand Up for Something. Roll plus Savior. On 10 plus, choose 2. 7 and I choose 1.
Yeah, but what do you do? Like, what is it? For, what happens to trigger it? Like, does it say like
I'd
when
probably
you?
just step out and start
Can I see
talking
it?
to her.
Can I see it? Where's it at?
It's an adult move that I took.
Oh, so let's look at it real quick because there's a thing that you do to trigger the thing, right?
Well, I thought the trigger was me.
Yeah.
And all my. That's
Because
what
I
you said,
figured
right?
I'd trigger it by just like walking out and start
Well,
having
yeah,
a
but
conversation.
stand up
with
for
her.
something doesn't. You just hang on. We'll find out. Let's find out what it does. Adult moves. There they go.
I think it's an adult move.
Overwhelm, build your powers, persuade with best interest, empathize, stand up for something. When you stand up for something, roll plus savior, blah, blah, blah. Standing up for something is making heroic speeches in the face of terrible opposition and boldly stating your true beliefs. Standing up for... Now, this is not like going in and threatening. Standing up for something is about defending an ideal in the face of someone who would tear it down. It lets you affect those who listen to you in a broad way, generally preventing them from continuing to take action that threatens your ideal. Standing up for something is most often about your words, what you say, and who hears you. That means you don't necessarily have to do anything physical to trigger it. You could just stand up for something. You could stand up for something while tied to a chair.
Can I like walk in and talk to her, but also be talking to the people who are like at the stations in the bridge?
Okay, so when you stand for something, you roll plus savior. On a 10 plus, you choose 2. On a 7, 9, you choose 1. You choose from listeners can't keep doing what they're doing.
Yep.
Listeners can't flee without addressing you. Listeners can't attack you without losing status or position. And you pick 2 out of those 3. Okay, so things like can't attack you without losing status or position. It still sounds weird, but it would actually work. It means that if they choose to come after you, doing so hurts in some way. Either hurting their status means that others view them worse, while hurting their position means they put themselves at some kind of disadvantage coming after you. So there's
So
good.
her disadvantage coming after me, which would mean that she can't go down to the planet.
Well, it could also literally be a tactical disadvantage of engaging.
Can I roll then for savior?
Well, I want to hear what you do first. It isn't just a rolling thing. I want to hear what actually happens.
I know, but I want to see what I can pick based on my roll, so I can choose what to say.
You do the thing to do the thing.
Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of like step out from wherever I'm hiding.
Hi,
and start
I'm
like
Sue.
the android sent by Cyberlight.
You know what's funny to me is that I was listening to the recording of the last game, and you guys were constantly like finishing each other's sentences in meme format, like the various memes that you had going on in your head, and some of them, every other sentence was the same thing over and over again. And it was constant, and it was like, these things are burned into your brain, and you're never going to forget them. And I have literally never heard you say them since. Like, it was, they're all completely out of your rotation. Like, it was
6 months ago.
Yeah,
so.
6 months ago, and every reference, you're still doing it, but they're different memes because it's been 6 months.
Yeah.
All right, so you step out as she's stalking towards like a private elevator on the bridge. It's going to take her to her shuttle or whatever.
I'm just going to be like, Kalka! You know, be like,
More like, no, I'm sorry. Continue.
She stops, but she doesn't immediately turn around. Like she's taking some time to seethe.
what am I gonna do? Seems like things have gotten a little bit out of control.
Ooh.
You've lost a lot of soldiers.
Ooh.
You know that this isn't a winning battle.
Oh.
And you know what you're doing is wrong. I wonder what's so important about this cause to you that you'd fight for everything to keep it going. And I wonder what joy you get from stomping out life on innocent planets like this one. I wonder if you've got any decency left in your bones that you feel like you are above it all and you can order people around like you do. I wonder what's so special about the man on his way that you'd give up everything to impress him. And I wonder why no one else can see it but me. You've got so many people following you, and none of them can see just how evil you really are. And I wonder if it's fear keeping them here, or if it's just plain ignorance.
Oh, shit.
That's a good speech.
Someone-
That's a really good speech.
Someone in the back.
Also, I love the fact that you.
It's Jack.
Yeah, Jack's in the back, like, oh,
That's my girlfriend!
Also,
You need some
the number of
ice
times
water with that bird!
the number of times that you talk about people seeing stuff when you can't actually see
Yeah.
is like, I hope intentional, because well done.
The blind girl's the only one who could see it! How crazy is that?
Pretty crazy. All right, so
Anyway, that was my hero speech.
roll your savior.
I really hope that
What's
this
your
goes
savior?
well, because if it doesn't... My savior is a +1. 7, 8. Mixed success, so I can pick one.
You can pick one.
Not bad.
And the options are...
She can't flee without addressing me. She cannot flee without addressing me. That is what I'm going for.
What does that even mean, though?
She can't leave without, like,
Allow
talking
me
to me or
to
fighting
read
with
from
me.
the text, which will explain. Choosing that listeners can't flee without addressing you means that you guarantee they face you directly instead of running away. They have to directly respond to what you've said before they can leave, and that means you get another chance to come at them with another move or to keep their attention away from anything else that's happening.
Fuck yeah! Woo!
Alright, that's pretty cool.
I'm dizzy now, but it's so worth it.
They made a very complicated way for people to basically do the taunt mechanic from an MMO.
I'm so dizzy right now, but it's so worth it. That was victory if I've ever had one.
Somewhere around here I've got a picture of Kalka, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so, awesome. She hasn't turned around during this whole thing.
Does she do the Arthur fist clench?
All right. So what she does is she before she turns around she says, "Foolish child, you have not yet realized that all there is ultimately will be Vanquish's empire, but you will learn." And she turns around, "But you will learn soon enough." And then she leaps straight at you.
Fuck yeah! Give me a piece of that!
Give me a piece of that ass.
Again, with the
Literally same thing.
with the awkward shipping. There's no place to put this. This is why it's been sitting out. We have
Please, grant me a piece of that sweet ass.
Literally said the same
my
exact
God, that's disturbing.
Give me a piece of that. Also, I'm
very
having this
happy.
feeling that I kind of want to blow up a star. Is this a good feeling or a bad?
That's a bad feeling. That's a very bad feeling.
You're having a feeling like what?
She wants to
kind of
blow
want
up
to blow
a
up a
star.
star, and I'm just
You
trying
only
to
have the one.
get a
to work-
vibe check. Like, is this a good feeling?
I
Bad
don't-
feeling?
I'm
You only
gonna
have
go
the
with
one
a
to work
no.
with right now.
And I think if that one blows up, a lot of things would go wrong very
Well,
quickly.
who says I only have one to work with? You guys don't know my reach.
Oof. Okay, so
That's
listen.
true.
Just to preface everything that's going on, Kaylee had originally said something like 9:30 to like 1:30. I'm not sure we can go that late because we have a little bit of other craziness because Zoe has a birthday party today because she's turning 9.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Which would mean that when we started this game, she was 5.
That's
Ew.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yes.
Insane.
You
Anyway,
feel old now?
Yes.
Oh.
Imagine what my life is like.
Oh, that's so weird.
She was 5. She wasn't. She was starting kindergarten when you guys started this game.
Oh my god.
She's in 4th grade now and contemplating the instrument she's going to play in band.
Oh my god.
She should play trumpet.
she's not gonna.
She's actually kind of vacillating back and forth between a number of different instruments. Trumpet is on the list. Saxophone. I don't understand why anybody like her isn't picking drums because it feels like beating on stuff to make noise.
Anyone would
Great
want to
drummer.
play.
Yeah, like Animal. All right. So she is leaping at your head,
Am I it?
sort of.
Am I
So
engaging?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, what are you doing? Are you?
I'm gonna fight her. Directly engage.
It seems like the kind of thing, but if you want to, you can assess the. Excuse me. If you like to, you can assess the situation first
Be mindful
as
of
you're
your
about ready to
surroundings.
enter into combat.
When you assess the situation before you're entering into a fight, you may ask one additional question, even if. Okay, sweet. Boxcars, bitch! Woo! When you assess the situation.
All right. How many questions do you get to ask normally?
Normally I'd get to ask 2, but since I did the assess before a battle, I can do 3.
All right. So
Take 1 plus 1 when acting on the others.
yes. Yeah. So you get on top of that. So what are the questions here?
What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quick? Okay. I know what the biggest threat is, but I'm going to ask it
you
anyway
asked the question, so you get the
because I
plus
can
1.
Get the plus 1.
Yeah.
What
Kalka.
is-
The end.
Kalka. Cool. Great. Awesome. What here is in the greatest danger?
What here is in the greatest danger?
Want to blow up?
Your mom.
Things that when I began this game, I didn't think I was going to have to worry about. The girls in the campaign making your mom jokes randomly.
It's bad. I make them fine.
This one,
You know what else I do 24/7? Your mom.
This one defaults to "that's what she said" jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm aware.
She's acutely aware of that situation.
I say anything and she's like, "That's what she said." I'm like,
That's some very complicated little flower cat you got going on over there.
every little
Simon
has to be a
says,
different.
go fuck her.
All right. So, God. Okay. So the first one was Kalka. You're asking what here is most
in the greatest danger.
is in the greatest danger.
Kalka, because she's about to get her ass beat.
What here is in the greatest danger? He says, staring at the
Your
ship.
boyfriend that you're slowly killing.
Okay, shut up. I did one thing.
Multiple times.
It's just a big...
I mean, this is not going to be a helpful answer, but the thing that's probably in the greatest danger is the fact that Vanquish has said he's coming.
Okay.
Kalka is dangerous, but Vanquish...
No, that's the most dangerous. What here's in the greatest danger?
Earth.
Earth?
Because Vanquish
as a
is
whole.
coming. Yeah.
Okay, so I can take a +1 to, like, protecting Earth, I guess?
You might have to just kind of keep that one in your back pocket for now.
Okay.
The question becomes, like, how is he getting here? Because space is big and things take time.
Okay.
Actually, I will say this. While you're assessing things, Jack's like, just going to point out a thing that you probably can't sense because it's out in the void. But viewport out there is a big red energy ball thing forming out there in space that I can see.
Love that.
Just so you know. We're going to just socket that into that second question, the answer to that second question.
Hold
there.
on.
Things are happening.
What here... Now, I don't know if this is a question that I can ask. What here can I use to turn the tables?
Oof.
I'm asking the hard questions.
Provoke the rest of the people on the bridge to joining your side.
Okay.
You get a +1 on it. I'm not saying it's easy.
Okay.
You might be able to do something like that.
Okay, so now I'm going to directly engage because I have all my information. And I
Yeah.
have a +1 to directly engage because I'm fighting Kalka, right?
Yeah, hang on a second. Show. Why can't I see the new tab? Will that work? I'm trying to show you what I'm thinking
he's
of.
sinoing in? He's doing a whole TP?
He's
Oh,
like
no.
/TP Kalka.
Yeah, like this is happening out in
Oh,
space.
jeez. Okay, so he's teleporting here. Okay.
Do you maybe want to just like let Palacine know that's happening through our mind thing, and then like maybe we can do something
I mean,
about it?
although I just did a roll and got an answer to a lot of questions, I am currently being attacked.
I know, but it's
So-
like, how long does it take to just like think about stuff? You know? Like,
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Incidentally, I can do this now on my main guy.
The sino?
Do the Sino thing.
Nice.
Do a stealth Sino. It is sick. So cool. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna get the image back up here so we can.
So I'm right though, right? He's teleporting in.
Well, that would be. Is that maybe viewfinder? Get that bigger.
Whoa.
Yeah, like the distortion field, sort of. Oh yeah.
Whoa. That's epic.
Yeah.
It's
I
not good, but it's epic.
Yeah, that's happening. He's kind of describing it as like it's kind of wobbly and like sort of magnetic bubble kind of. It looks like a. You remember when you couldn't see the description, but you remember when our physics teacher was describing what a theoretical like stabilized black hole would look like?
He's teleporting.
Well, probably not teleporting, but like some sort of wormhole thing.
Travel, yeah.
I mean, they've got to be able to travel some way faster than light because space is too big to make an intergalactic empire make any kind of logical sense normally. I've been wondering about that for the last couple of months.
Giving off a lot of heat. Just a question for a friend.
Yes, and you can probably sense that it's
siphon it?
like no, but it
Can that be her moment of truth? Well,
it isn't necessarily about that, but it is definitely you sense another source of heat above the Earth,
Sick.
or heat energy. Heat is energy, sure, something like that.
So do we want to wait on directly engaging Kalka so that you can do your moment of truth thing?
I'm good with whatever.
She's going to have her moment for a moment of truth. It may not be this session, but she'll have her moment for a moment of truth.
Okay.
All right, where
So
are
do
we?
you
at?
want me to directly engage? It's up to you, Jamie. I just want to know if do you want me to keep going or do you want to go back to Ember?
Do what you. I'm good with
Do
just
the directly.
listening.
We'll start with the directly
episode,
engaged.
like,
Okay.
I don't care.
Let's do the directly engaged.
All right.
When you directly engage a threat, roll plus danger. On a hit, you trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7 and 9, pick 1. And I have a +1 going forward.
So
My danger is a +2.
so you're adding 3.
So I'm adding 3.
Don't roll a 3 or 2
Boxcars, bitch!
again.
No way.
I couldn't tell if that face was I just rolled snake eyes or I just rolled boxcars.
Well, on a 10 plus, pick 2. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Oppress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. So I want to resist or avoid their blows because big, strong alien lady. As much as I say I'd like to be crushed between her thighs. No, I'm kidding.
As much as I
I don't actually want to be crushed between your
I don't
thighs.
actually want to be crushed.
That sounds awful.
And then I want to create an opportunity for your allies as well. So I don't know what that looks like, but I do want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
you, baby. Kidding. Oh my god.
So just as things are happening and she's sleeping, Palacine, you get a little thought from Syl that says, hey, you might want to show this to everybody down there.
Uh-oh.
And the next and you just kind of like, you know what, I've got so much going on. Yes, I'll just show everybody whatever it is. And what it is Kalka the Bloodhewn coming straight at Syl from Syl's point of view.
My point of view.
Shit. God damn it, that's going to be difficult. Okay, we can't do that.
From Jack's point of view.
From Jack's point of view.
She's kind of tapped into everyone's head right
Actually,
Yeah.
Jack could be the one that does this. Like,
Yeah, Jack is my eyes.
now. The amount of times he forgets that you're blind.
no, it's not often. I just had a really good image in my head and I wanted to have it, but
Yeah, images. I wish.
you're funny.
I really am.
Okay, so what was the option that you picked? You wanted to create an opportunity for your allies?
Create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay.
Should it be like from Jack's point of view, like looking over and seeing like Syl and Kalka fighting and then like going down and like typing something into the computer on the bridge and then looking up and seeing the big like the you know, like the sino kind of happening. Okay, listen. That's the sign for whale.
Wait, what is?
This is whale.
My favorite sign is...
This is dolphin.
What is it?
That's bullshit.
Yeah. It's so fun.
This is like
the
coward.
bull shitting.
I like this
There's
one.
a
It's
there's
coward.
a there's a smaller version of that too, because a lot of the ones that require 2 hands in the big space that don't fit on like Zoom calls, people have been coming up with smaller versions of them that fit easier on the screen. There was like a whole really interesting
doing
article
that.
about it. Yeah. Okay. Create an opportunity for allies.
There's a little girl I babysit for. She just got hearing aids and she's finally starting to talk, but she's had to use sign language for the past year. And one day she meant to do thank you and she used it. I was like, you're so welcome.
I love you. Okay.
Okay, so
Does that work for your image?
yeah.
Sorry, bro. She's blind.
No, it's good. It's good. Create an opportunity. Jack is I'm trying to think what the opportunity would be. Because you're right, Jack is right there, and he could take advantage of this in some way, shape, or form. He is going to fuck with the Sino,
Nice.
but not with the computer thing, because
No!
not a hacker.
No!
Jack
No!
is a portal guy.
No!
And that's space and time.
No.
He does space and time.
No.
So he's going to fuck with that thing and try to stop the Sino from
That's
happening.
not what I meant. No, my boy! No! You're not gonna kill him, are you? Because if you do, I'll kill you.
Well, he is a doomed, and I feel like the doomed are kind of
The doomed don't die always!
Well, I think the point is that they kind of do.
No.
It seems like he's on his last.
That's not. No! That's not how
My
this
point is
works!
my point is that they kind of do.
They don't always die though. You've GM'd two dooms, right?
Yep.
Did either of them die?
I don't remember. They both died.
No, I know the first one. I know for
No, the
damn-
first one did not die.
The first one
actually.
did not die, and I don't think the second one did either. So suck it, nerds.
Except we're
I
not
just
playing
figured out what I
this
need
one.
to do over here.
Yeah, I know,
She's
but
just a
there's
side
still the
character.
same rules for doom tracking. right?
Except he was already more doomed.
And
No!
this one hasn't done anything
You do.
to undo it.
You've got to...
I mean, you could always tell them not to. I'm willing to take the opportunity for your allies. I'm trying to come up with ways I can breathe in space, but the closest I've come to is finding a fishbowl and sticking it on my head.
That's not how fishbowls work.
So,
Super isn't. Or spacesuits.
but we're getting there. We're
I don't think we really are.
no,
And
we
it's
are
not
totally-
just breathing in space. If you went on with just something to breathe in,
No,
your
don't worry about
skin
it.
would flay off.
No, don't
because
worry
of the
about it.
radiation from the sun.
No, don't worry about that.
That would take a lot longer.
You're not going to blow up the sun.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking about that. Well, okay. See, there's a lot of things I could play with. I could play with this portal. I could play with the core's Earth. I could play
Core's Earth.
or the Earth's core.
Or the core's Earth. Core's light.
I think
turned
her
into
brain is a
core's
little
Earth.
jumbled.
Wow.
Core's light, more like core's Earth.
Okay.
Wow.
Honestly, I'm feeling so attacked right now.
It's only because of the attacking that's going on.
Being entirely honest with you.
Now we have a proper-
If he does this,
See-
is he going to be in mortal danger?
Now we have a proper scene.
If he does this, is he going to be in mortal danger?
Mortal?
Well, does it
Mortal?
count as mortal
Who-
don't if he's already dead?
Who can say?
He's not dead! Stop it! Ah!
I mean, I don't know that I would
I
say
think I'm
mortal
funny.
danger.
If this is the only thing that can happen, I'm not going to stop him.
I'm not saying it's
I
the
don't
only
know.
thing that can happen. I'm saying it's the best solution that
Fine. Do it.
Rest in peace.
He's not gonna.
she's so easy to taunt too.
I mean, I'm all good with like trying
I
to
get
figure out
very
how to bring him
attached to
back
my
from the dead.
boys.
That's fair.
That's like trying to tell me that Nishinoya isn't gonna make a receive. It's bullshit, and you know it.
Well, let me clear this for you. Nishinoya is not making the receive.
Bullshit.
All right. Right. Nice. Interesting. All right. So that's happening, and he's gonna go out there and he's gonna fiddle with the sign, and we'll see how that.
He's gonna
actually
go
goes.
out there.
No, he's just gonna reach out there with this. He's gonna try to counter. He's gonna
No,
counter.
I'm gonna go out there.
He's gonna try to. He's trying to counter portal the hot drop. See how that goes. And you. So you're doing. So you avoided the blows. And created an opportunity. The opportunity is everyone's really watching you fight Kalka. And Kalka's coming at you with both hands. Ah! And you do this like forward leap that basically is a flying knee to the chin.
Oh,
Full on
That's
like
rough,
body
buddy.
reverse, just up through and like
Yeah.
you've been working a lot on your Muay Thai lately. Lot of shin and knee work, less punching, more heavy legs into the face.
Yeah.
Kind of technique. And she kind of goes like kind of over backwards, and you're kind of up in the air kind of deal. Ember.
yes.
There is definitely something happening up in space. There's a big bright spot next to the paint.
Yeah.
The fight's continuing on. Palacine is full on like silver goddess mode over there, and like, oh, except she's not making that sound because that would be weird. But she's kind of
making weird
everywhere.
sounds.
She's kind of in everybody's head and coordinating all the things. What you doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Riptide if there's a way he can encase me in water from Earth while I'm in space, and if that. Well, hold on, wait. Let me just think.
Darling,
first.
I love you and I would do anything for you. That's completely impossible. You're crazy. No, it can't be done. However,
Then I'm going to find. I'm going to find.
What?
She's got whale sounds on.
I can't. I'm not hearing the whale sounds.
I'm going to find Palacine's
worst.
ship.
Palacine's. Oh, yeah, it's down on the base.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over there.
Because that says, however, your dear friend has a sentient spaceship.
Yeah. I'm gonna run over there.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not. No. Please no.
But the counter argument, yes.
Okay. Well, so I'm not going up in the ship.
What?
You're lying to me.
No.
That is absolutely what you're going to do.
No.
Why would you say, I need to go into space, and then say, I'm going to go to a spaceship, and then tell me
Well, okay.
Are you stupid or do you think I'm stupid? Because
Okay.
none of those things are going to be true.
You can come to the ship with me, but you can't come to space with me. I need you to be damage control for me.
You are the source of most damage that needs to be controlled.
I'm aware.
Which is why I should stay where you are so I can control that damage.
No, I need you
Frequently
to
the damage is caused to you.
be... No, I need you to be damage control for Earth. Do you understand what's happening?
No.
Okay, so if we get to the... are we at the ship? Like, can we
You
just
can
go
be
there?
arguing while you're doing this?
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to ask the ship if the ship can make me a spacesuit.
What? The ship can make you a spacesuit.
Yeah, just like put some alien shit on me and be like, you're ready for space!
It can't make you one. It has something that it can give you that would work as a emergency, like, sort of
Sure, that works.
protection against the void.
Sure.
I like the really cool border around painted.
Yeah. Bullshit.
So, yeah, and then I'm not taking the shit with
But
me.
you need to. You can't give you a spacesuit that can go to space.
You have to take the spaceship up
Or
there.
well,
but
no,
I
you can
can-
use your powers to
yeah.
go. You just need a way to protect yourself from the
From
void.
the space part.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And I can't fight in a ship. I need to be fighting
Okay.
in the void.
So this part of the wall kind of bulges out into kind of a big blister, and then the blister sort of warps and blooshes out a thing.
Perfect.
Somewhere
Great.
between a spacesuit and an amniotic sac that you put on. Probably.
And I also tell
That is
Emilio, please
extremely disturbing.
apologize to Palacine for stealing her spacesuit. Thank you.
I don't think it feels like they could make another one of those. That seems ablative at best, disposable, and probably temporary. Are you very sure about this?
Have I ever been sure about anything?
Your wonderful boyfriend, he said, hopefully.
Well, that wasn't a destructive thing. So.
No, that was actually the point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, I
Suddenly
get in the
he's
suit,
Jewish.
and, if I can, I'll be like, yo, Palacine, good luck. It seems like you got, you have
This is
control.
a terrible idea, but I have great faith in your ability to perform.
You have control over the people, so I believe in you. I'm gonna try and make sure that I'm gonna try and hope I don't blow up the earth.
You're just meditating and playing whale sounds. It's very... Whew. All right. Emilio is unconvinced. You're the worst. And is going to need to be talked down from this because he doesn't want to let you just go pelting off into danger. So you got to talk him down
not?
because he's your boyfriend
What a bitch.
and he loves you and he doesn't want you to
Do something stupid and get yourself murked.
unless he can stay.
I want to be a martyr. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
So
To quote my son, space is going to body you. So, how about instead? So yeah, you need to convince him, and you can do this a couple of different ways. You can pierce the mask and ask the question, "What can I do?" Because there's a question there under pierce the mask.
Right.
How could I get your character to agree with me? Kind of thing. Or you can do provoke, where you're like, "Listen, damn it, we're gonna do it."
I was thinking
Superior.
you'd do
I would say
provoke.
mundane is better. I'll pierce the mask. Okay.
Minus.
Don't fuck me.
I mean,
I bet you want him to.
Oh my god.
wow.
Not you.
At
Ember.
least take
7,
me
8,
out to
9.
dinner before you fuck me!
9, and it's just a -1.
I miss the days when
8.
we were doing this and you were in 8th grade and afraid to say this shit in front of me. I miss those days. They were good days.
Okay,
They were
got
days
8.
of innocence and purity. Mine, not yours. And ignorance.
Okay,
Again,
so
mine,
I got an 8,
not
and I'm
yours.
going to ask, how could I get your character
I was-
let me go to space?
I was the most innocent.
Yes, you would have been mortified by any of this dialogue at that
Let
point.
you go to space
You
on
would
your
have been
own.
like,
On my
Let you go
any
to
one of
space.
the things that
Yes.
any one of the three
Why
of you
don't
had
you
said
want
today
him to
would have
come
left
with
you,
you?
like, basically
Because
rocking in a corner
I
and
wanted
crying.
to
And now
be down
you're
on Earth
one
to
of the
protect
winners.
her.
So,
Oh,
good
okay.
job. I'm glad I've been here to witness your inevitable descent. So, good job there. All right, so
I got an 8.
you got an 8
So-
on Pierce the Mask.
Right.
What does that mean?
How could I get your character to let me go to space alone?
See the person beneath, roll my name.
Because I need him to. Well, so I rolled a 9, but then my mind.
You need
'Cause
to
I
tell
need
him
him-
that he needs to take care of your mom and brother. I need you to keep my mom safe while I'm off doing this.
Not only do I need you to make sure the Earth and the people we've been protecting safe, but I need you to keep my family.
Especially my mom. You gotta lay the mom on him.
Especially
You gotta lay your
my mama.
You gotta lay your mom on him.
Especially
Ba-dum-bum.
mi madre.
And you cannot let her do anything stupid or
Just say you can't let her get hurt.
or come after me like last
You mean
time.
I can't let your mother act like her daughter?
Yeah, sounds about right. Hey, if we don't do this
She's
right,
going to
then the
like
world's
me-
gonna end anyway.
She's going to like me better than you. You know this. Very soon.
I'm aware.
Possibly already.
She probably does.
Most people do.
If you weren't asking me to take care of your mother, I would say no. I will. This is a terrible idea, and I am against it, and I will remind you of that at your funeral.
I fly up to space.
Unless
and
you want to
knock
be
on the
told I
window,
told
I'm
you
like,
so.
Hi, Sil. Hi, Jack.
Unless you want to be told I told you so, please do not
Like, what the
have there be a
What
funeral.
the fuck?
All right. So, awesome. And you basically, you have a space. And it takes a little bit of time to figure out how to generate the heat that requires that you fly without it coming directly, like so close to your skin that it's actually destroying the suit.
Right.
So you have to like sort of instead of it being like right here at the tips of your fingers, your palm of your hand, it's like, how do I make the exact same effect, but
It's like
4
instead
inches
of
out?
coming out of me, I'm manipulating the
You're manifesting it
temperature
near
around
you.
me. Yeah.
And then pushing, yes, and then still controlling it. It's wobbly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the
And
first.
like I crash into a ship at first. I'm like, I'm
it's
good
the-
again.
it's
Don't
the-
worry about
It's
it.
the first and second attempt.
Emilio's just down on the ground like,
This is not good.
It's the first and second attempt of Tony Stark trying to fly in the Iron Man.
Oh,
suit.
sick. Okay.
Yeah.
I maybe crashed into makeshift. He's like, what the fuck? And
And-
I'm like, give me a sec. It's okay.
And I think one of the later Iron Mans where like only one of his leg jets is working and keeps kind of giving out, and he's just sort of. It's not so much that he's flying; he's doing a controlled fall.
Right.
Yeah. There's some of that going on. You're powering up into space.
stop. 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 Stop.
Okay.
Stop. Stop.
What?
Nothing.
You can't see that question. I won't let you.
So yeah.
No? I'm gonna go with no. Stop. Stop.
So space. Yeah, space.
Oh my god, I gotta show you the greatest thing.
One of you is the worst, and the other one is pulling the other one down to the worst level.
Ah!
I remember when we were innocent at this table, mostly me.
Put it away. Put it away. Put it away.
Before I die.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Stop! Oh my god! Fucking god, I can't do this shit anymore.
Killed her. Look what you did.
I don't appreciate this.
Jamie will. Right.
For those of you,
Right.
Pertain to the conversation.
for those of you watching this later, I don't know what they're talking about either. So don't feel like you're out of the loop. You are actually out of the loop.
Her boyfriend's a ginger.
That
Orange,
doesn't help.
ginger.
Yeah, she got it.
Yes,
she
I
got
did.
it way
I
faster
did.
than you.
I didn't want to connect the dots. Anyway, Ember's flying up to
I didn't write
space.
that, by the way.
Okay. Ember's flying up to space.
Space.
Did you say falling or flying?
Yes.
She's falling up to space. Ember, falling up to space.
And I would just like to mention that there may or may not be like a little panel of me like window knocking. Hey guys! Whoa,
Meanwhile,
fall
these two
down.
are like, jaw broke,
fall down, and I come back up, and I'm like, it's all good. She's
Is there a heat signature outside the ship? Is there a person out there?
What the fuck?
Oh, of course there's a person out there. It's probably Ember.
That sounds something dumb and stupid.
You need to... What are you going to do? What are you doing? What are you even doing?
Question, can I tell what Jack is doing with this portal thingy?
So there's the big portal thingy, and there is black energy sort of crawling over it and constantly being evaporated away from it, and then crawling back, and it's like roiling and
So he's trying to like
envelop
contain it, right?
something, I guess.
Okay, well, I would kind of like
Or
the idea
counter-manifest?
is I would like to help him sort of. I kind of want to absorb as much energy of this portal as I can to stop it from like coming or like showing up, you know.
Directly engage the threat.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh wait, my danger's level 0. Damn it!
It's a straight roll. Can you do it?
I don't think any of us can do anything.
That's a
straight.
7.
Woo!
Directly engage your threat. When you directly engage your threat, roll plus danger. On a hit, trade blows. Resist or avoid their blows. Take something from them. Create an opportunity for your allies. Impress, surprise, or frighten them.
Did
You
you
want to
take
take
off
something from
for
them?
Pierce the Mask?
I did.
You should take something because you're taking.
Yeah, I'm gonna take something from them. Screw resist or avoid their blows. I want to get hit.
Take something.
Hurt me.
Energy. You're going to take energy from them?
I mean, yeah. That's what she said she was gonna, right?
Well, I was thinking more like take the portal from them. I don't know.
That's a little bit big. Also, yeah, this is something that would happen in pieces and parts.
I mean, unless you use your moment of truth.
What is the... Read your moment of truth. What is the thing for it? It's on the back. Up top.
Your mind's eye opens, and you can see the world around you like never before. You can control it at will, with ease. Of course, warping reality tends to have ramifications down the line. But in your moment of godhood, how could you possibly be worried?
True.
Right? I mean, if you guys are good with me using moment of truth.
It's your moment, man. You take it when you want it.
Well, yeah, but Jamie just did her moment of truth, so.
What's a different thing?
My moment of truth is still happening.
Yeah, her moment of truth is ongoing.
It's consistent.
One mind, many tentacles. And the
And
tentacles are currently slapping
Question,
the shit out of the bad
How
guys.
much energy would you say is in this portal?
Enough to drill a hole.
Compare it to a star.
Enough to drill a hole through the universe.
Sick. Okay.
On a scale of 1 to star, it's an 11.
Sick. Okay, yeah, so
It's a lot.
I mean,
black holes are technically a star.
I'm good
I
with
think.
using my moment of truth for sure, man.
What are you going to do with this?
I haven't quite decided, but like I feel
if
like
you-
blowing stuff.
Can I help you a little bit, or at least give you an idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
You siphon it so fast that it's just like, and it's just gone. And you just turn around and like unleash, and it's just like fire down onto the enemy ships, and they're just like. That way you're like immediately using it.
Well, the ships are already being fought.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what else she'd use it on.
Well, we need to get rid of Vanquish, right?
What if you tell?
Am I able to tell where Vanquish is? Like, can I?
He's on the other end of this.
Can I recognize a heat signature through it
In your moment of godhood?
Yeah, I mean, you could go through it.
and then absorb it?
No, you go through
Close
it
it
and you
behind
kill
you?
them. You could.
Jamie!
What?
That it would be really smart, but also like awful. It's like
Jamie!
Okay.
No.
I'm gonna start absorb. I'm gonna do my moment of truth. Technically, I have a second moment of truth to unlock. So I'm gonna unlock my moment. I'm gonna use my moment of truth. Hey, my thing has. I have to have a ramification down the line.
we'll get her back.
Just hold on.
She's across the entire, like, it's time and
I'm an
space.
alien!
So I'm going to. I know Jack is working on this with me, and so I'm. Am I able to like communicate with him in any way because of like the portals he's
I mean,
throwing out there?
what did you get? A 7?
Yeah.
You could probably get a thought through between the whole Palacine is the Ubermensch right now kind of thing that's happening. Like, you could sort of, he could get the hint of what you intend kind of
So
deal.
like, could I be like going through, say goodbye, like?
Tell them I'm sorry. Tell them goodbye.
Right.
Oh.
Look, man, I told you I kind of wanted her to like die, but I didn't want to kill her. This is kind of like a similar thing I've been wanting to
We're
do.
lost in space and we don't know where.
What else? I mean, what else would I do? How else are we going to get rid of Vanquish, you know? This is the smartest, most efficient plan, is it not?
What if you just went through and you didn't close it behind you?
Then he can still go.
Then he would kill me.
No.
I wouldn't have enough power.
Yeah, you could. You could just go through the fucking portal. Moment of godhood. You could go through, fuck his shit up, and then go back through and close it.
Well, let's figure out whether or not the thing collapses.
We can, yeah,
Let's
we
see.
can.
Let's figure out if the thing collapses first.
How about I say, going through, say goodbye if I don't come back. It won't be like I'm going through with the plan of not coming back.
And Jack's like, "What the fuck?" And that's about. Do me a favor and give me a directly engage again. So while
Me?
this, yeah, because
Okay.
you've got other stuff going. You
Right,
got
I'm
this.
still fighting Kalka. Do I still get +1 on this for my assess?
No,
Okay.
it's just the one time when you act on it.
6 plus
This is
2
why I didn't.
is
An 8.
8.
This
So
is
pick
why
one.
I didn't want
One.
Riptide up here with me because I knew he would not let me.
Resist or avoid.
You're just gonna stay
I'm
untouched.
just gonna stay
in
untouched
all this.
because
At this
I-
moment, I'm too fast for you. Okay. Cool.
Because I'd like to take her out, but I don't know how to do that yet. So right now I'm
She
just
already
gonna.
has a girlfriend.
No, not out on a date. You.
I don't want to take her out. I want to take her out.
Want to take her out? Yeah, I genuinely don't know how to take her out at this point. So.
Yeah, it's all about like going for vulnerable spots and hoping for the best. All right, so you basically just say, "I'm going to jump through the portable hole and pull it in after me." D&D reference that you may not have ever.
No.
You're gonna go through and see what and fight what's on the other side.
I'm gonna go through.
You're gonna go through unshielded through a freaking pocket wormhole.
Moment
Yes.
of godhood.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and fight, Vanquish, and then
Are you ready for this?
hold on, in a perfect world, right? And then I would come back and
Context.
seal it up,
Context.
and then I would come back and everything would be happy.
Are you
But
ready for
I don't think
context?
that's- Yes. Yes.
Destroy it.
I want to get in feel the
What would you say?
energy
Jenny?
that's powering the ship.
It's gorgeous. I want it. What's that?
The energy that's powering the ship.
It's running on a black hole.
So it is running on
The ship is not the one that you went through. That's a secondary, minor, temporary thing.
Oh, it's running on this black hole.
Yes, that is.
Then I'm gonna take that black hole.
You want it?
I want it. Give me.
So you're just gonna shut down power to the ship and hope to God that it just life supports.
You don't even know
fail?
where you're at. You went through into this other space. Everything is kind of red, hazy. It doesn't look like normal space. You can't see stars. You can see a star, but it's like there's a horizon line in space, which is weird. But you can see like this weird reddish star.
Are you using?
Let me explain to you the kind of thought process. It's the way she's thinking is it's the end of the world. If we don't take drastic measures, then we're all dead anyways. And the people I care about are dead. She's kind of always thought that she was going to end up like her dad. So
this, I want to point out the context here because big black hole.
yes.
1, 2,
Are those all black holes?
3.
Give me.
Those 3 are the ones that are focusing the little Sino shenanigans. He's literally using multiple bottled black holes for power.
Right.
So if you
but
shut down the ship,
I'm
you
gonna-
shut down
okay.
That, and just to give you context on Vanquish,
Yes.
that's his car.
Right.
That's just his car.
So
That's his camper.
Hear me
It's
out.
like a camper.
Yeah.
van.
hear me out.
It's a black hole powered camper van.
Hear me out.
Yes.
You can't shut down the ship. You could shut down the ship. So first, this is a plan that you could have. Now, Ember's on some martyr bullshit, so I have no idea if she's gonna do this.
Oh, well,
Hold on,
I'm
hold
just
on.
pondering the phrase plan that Ember could have. Like, plan, Ember.
Idea that Ember could have. You go in, you find Vanquish, you then come out of the ship, siphon off all the power. The Sino closes, but that's okay because you have enough power to make a new one small enough just for you.
Sure, that'd be great.
And then
We'll
go back
see.
through and close.
I've
You'll see. You
No,
have
well,
a moment of truth. You can do whatever you want.
I've thought about it, and for sure. And maybe it's that I do go through, but then I'm so drained, and then I just fall down to earth. We'll see.
Now,
I don't
here's
know.
the thing. You don't necessarily need to even face it. Because the thing is, the thing with Vanquish is his ability to project power, right? He can be anywhere because of this. Right? I made a joke about it being a camper van, but, essentially, this is a huge deal. The fact that he's got this tech that lets him basically just, I will be amongst you soon thing, is a big deal, right?
Yep.
You could hamper him for ages by removing this.
Yes,
So you can God mode this and literally shut the ship off by
Yep.
taking away the black holes.
Yep.
At which point in time your eyes become starry balls of night.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool.
I want
Getting
the
back
black hole.
home, I'm gonna make your roll.
That's okay.
But this would be, you don't really have to face Vanquish. You could just shut his fucking ship off while it's in
kinda what I'm
orbit
feeling.
over a sun. That's gonna be bad news for him.
That's what I'm feeling. I want that black hole.
Incidentally,
gimme black
side
hole.
note, that's a screenshot I can take. Like, that's from Eve. Anyway, beside the point.
Yes, so because that's sort of what I'm feeling. I'm feeling, hi.
Anyway.
I'm feeling I would like to take the black hole for myself.
All me. Gimme.
Mine. And, I don't know.
I just like the idea of you reaching out for like one of the little ones and just pulling it to you and crushing it and pulling the next one and crushing
I'd
it.
be like,
And then finally going for the big one and going, that's...
and I'm like, Vanquish!
And the ship, like all the lights on the ship basically going out as you're pulling out these things and the thing just starting to kind of like list.
Vanquish, if you're watching.
If you're watching the stream, hi. No, we're kidding.
Thanks for joining the chat. No, I'm sorry.
Thanks for subscribing. 6 months. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Vanquish, if you're watching, next time think twice before fucking with Earth or Palacine.
Yikes. All right.
Hopefully
You
see
should have
never.
Doctor Who'd it. This planet is protected.
Oh!
What are you doing?
But in like more
Why
teenager
are you
speak,
chopping my
this
head?
planet
Don't chop my head.
is ours.
We're the ones who are conquering it. You
This
ain't a god.
planet is ours. Fuck you, bit. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So it comes down to basically taking away the thing, and it's not, so the Sino hole, the wormhole that you used is kind of going down. There's probably just a hint of it left. A little bit of energy, the red energy, still cradled within a bit of Jack's black energy, like he's holding it there, trying to hold the door
thanks,
open a
dude.
crack. And he's actually there on the bridge, like
I told him
it's
that.
like black coming down.
I told him not. I didn't tell him to do that.
You
Go
can't
ahead,
kill my boy.
God, you're awful.
Wait, what am I rolling?
It works
technically?
for the storyline.
Am I rolling Unleash Your Powers or like?
I think you are rolling Unleash Your Powers. Yes, probably.
Wait. Put him down. Because we really, really, really want you to come back.
Use your dice. I'm not lying. Actually, she's gonna.
But yours are blessed.
No, I'm gonna use mine. Are you kidding
She
me?
wants to use hers.
She's gonna roll her own dice. Let her roll her own dice. That's a 1 and a 3.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. I barely make it every time.
Okay.
I don't care
I like
how
that.
injured
My
I
shit
am.
always works sometimes.
I don't care how injured I am. If I'm bleeding to death, I still made it back. They can still cremate
You
my
made it
body.
away. Okay, so Unleash Your Powers.
Yes.
Take a look at what the 7 to 9 option is on Unleash Your Powers.
When you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak. On a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Ooh, unstable or temporary would be good story, though. Ooh.
Unstable or temporary is just you coming back, right?
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm trying to
Why are you
decide-
so attached to trying to ruin your characters?
It's fun.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to decide between doing unstable or temporary or having the image of me falling from space back down to Earth, like unconscious, which could be fun.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Or, take a condition kind of thing where you come through and...
I kind of wanted to take a powerful blow, if I'm not going to lie, but...
You didn't roll badly.
I know. Unfortunately. Is unstable. I could, end up anyways.
No.
Oh,
No.
But it'd be good story, man.
It's not really up to you, is it? Dad chooses. It's up to the DM, right?
Yeah, I know, but I feel like he sort of has an idea like that, right? Like, am I far off? That I'd be... Because you just said get away. How are you feeling? Would you like me to take a condition or end up something?
It's not up to us.
Well, I just want to get a gauge of, how the table's feeling.
I'm basing on storyline, and I think it would be interesting. But it's your choice.
Haley's always going to be like, but I don't want bad things to happen to the people that I like.
No, it's okay if bad things happen, but irreversible. That's not Earth.
It's not irreversible. No, I'm not going to do that. I just think it's kind of funny. It'd be great. It's like, I'm home! Fuck! Where's the North America?
Yeah, I think
Or
I'm
America.
not going to take a condition.
You don't get to pick.
Yeah. She
gets
can
to pick
choose
that.
to either take a condition or the GM says how it's unstable or temporary.
Oh, okay.
She can say, I
Never mind.
want to take a condition instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She can just be like, hurt me!
Okay.
Oh, but that's so good, too. Damn it.
What are your conditions? Let me look at
It's only angry right now.
I know you have...
Are you taking one, or are you...
Well, I'm thinking of not taking
the way it's written is you overcome 7 to 9 mark a condition, or the GM will tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary. Effect is unstable or temporary. Oh, well, that's easy. That's not even that bad.
But, I don't make it all the way through.
No, that's not. It's not about you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to mark a condition. I'm going to see what happens. Maybe the future is that I finally get back from a random ass planet. I don't know.
Okay, so you
Maybe
see
I just
the
fall
ship,
from space.
like the energy is pulled away from the ship, and the ship starts to go, and it's leaning, and there's even some minor explosions going along the thing.
Wait. Does it give energy back to the ship?
Oh, please, I won't. Sorry, I'm really worried.
It's okay. It's okay. So you see the little flickers and everything going through the energy feedback going through the ship because its stability is dependent on the structure that you've just taken away from it. So there's all kinds of feedback loops and things that are going off. So there's the thing's starting to go over and stuff. And you turn and you can see and you're kind of going, I've done it, and kind of I gave it all, and I don't. And then you look back and it's fucking Jack left the door open. Son of a, it's holy crap, I can actually get back. So you take one modicum of I say that. It's actually a shit ton of power. But basically you just kind of insert yourself back into that thing and open it back up and reinsert yourself back through this thing. So you, again, unshielded human, going through a freaking unstable wormhole twice in 10 minutes. And you basically reopen the thing and restabilize it. You see Jack go, oh, okay. Yeah, and he pukes black stuff. It's a bad look. But he goes, she's back, she came back. Oh god. And you're kind of back out in space. And then you just let it close behind you.
What?
Yes.
She's here.
She's here. She's fine.
But I do have 6 black holes of power inside of me. So
What are you gonna do with that?
Love of this stuff.
I'm just gonna feed all the energy right back into the star here. It'll be fine.
Can
Bad
I-
idea, don't do that.
can I go to Jack and see if I can heal him in any way?
The theory is there. You're not fine controlliness. Probably that's a lot of fine control that you've never really shown. I'm not sure.
Is the
Maybe.
moment of truth over?
I mean, you've got your moment of truthing like crazy. You've got. I mean, this is like Rose Tyler with the heart of the TARDIS in her eyes, right?
Yeah.
This is it's that kind of.
Jack doesn't die.
Jack doesn't die.
I feel bad that I caused him to hold this portal open for so long. I didn't mean him to do that shit.
I mean, you could do a Jack doesn't
But
die
I'm
thing and just
grateful.
decide to, do something with the cosmic powers of the universe.
But could I take on some of his doom?
You could do something. And I think that the way Palacine tends to roll, the thing that you do, you don't even fully understand what you do.
You mean Ember?
What did I just say?
You said Palacine.
Oh, sorry. Ember. I meant Ember. Sorry. But yeah, essentially, you do something to help Jack, and you don't really understand what it is. You just basically say, what do you do? I help Jack. What do you do? I help Jack. I just explained it. I help him. But what does that entail? Helping him. I believe I already explained this. What did you actually do? I have no idea. Do you want me to say it out loud? I don't know what I did. Did it help him? Yes. Is he walking around? Yes. Consequences? Things that I understand are what happens to other people. Sure.
So then I go into the ship, right? And I'm like, come here, Jack. Like,
you basically
pow.
you just sort of, you do a little mini micro black hole effect that just puts you into the ship on the bridge and settle down. And it's like, it's okay, here. And just kind of, I'm going to help you. He's like, whoa, that, you only burn stuff. And then he's like,
It's like, why the fuck am I alive?
Meanwhile, you and Kalka are fighting. He's like, you think you've stopped anything? He'll just use the gate network. You've taken one path away. He's inevitable.
Sorry, I have the power of like 6 black holes right now, so I don't really care.
How do I phrase this? I don't care.
She's talking more to you. But
Right,
this is a taunting thing. She's pretty much assuming that she's like beaten, but she knows the vanquish is coming. You've only delayed the inevitable. And that's the unstable or temporary thing.
Gotcha.
Is that stopping him is temporary. And granted, it's temporary on a cosmic scale because he's still got to come the hard way.
Yep.
But come the hard way he will.
But I mean, it just gives us time to prep.
All right. And about that point in time, and so give me one more directly engaged, just for the sake of whatever. What are you doing? That's not a Nerf. That won't work on the Nerf pieces. That's a water pistol.
10 plus 2 is 12.
Again? Okay.
Well, I didn't roll boxcars. I just rolled a 10.
Yeah, but it's still 12. So yeah, you're like, he's inevitable.
Who's this?
And about that
Avoid
point.
their blows and take something from them.
Okay. What do you take from her?
Her life.
No. Her consciousness.
Ooh, okay. That's
Also,
more PG.
that's cheating. You can't just end a fight without having like actually taken all of her things away. But
How many does she have left?
I'm not saying. Doesn't matter. We're gonna wrap up the fight. But you've very thoroughly shown yourself to be her equal on this particular case. So at this point, and honestly, you do that one more, and she kind of like, you land another really good one, and the blood goes flying, and she kind of, I surrender.
Okay. I'll take it.
All right. So we will. We get a little just a general scene all the way around. Kalka being like put in restraints. Ember slowly settling.
Wait, can I change this to taking something from them, like impress, surprise, or frighten?
Sure.
Just like take
Yes.
something. Like,
That's fine. Impress, surprise, or frighten. Impress everybody on the bridge. So basically, as soon as she surrenders, everybody else surrenders.
Okay, cool. Jamie,
All these people,
light green.
the flagship being, of the Vanguard being captured here. Great, you've captured the pancake.
Sweet.
Ember slowly settling down to the ground and still looking kind of.
And my eyes truly do have stars in them now.
I think we're going to shift you from controlling fire to controlling like cosmic energy or something like that. Have you read? You haven't read any of Invincible. There's a character in there she calls herself Atom Eve, and she does weird stuff with just like messing with the sort of atomic structure of stuff. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, so we see her settling down, and down below we see the forces down there being handily defeated, and all of them, so almost coming back to themselves a little bit. Now, the ones who were part of the Phoenix Academy and stuff like that, they were always on their own. But the ones who were like bound together by Palacine, that were like working all in unison from her home world and elsewhere and stuff like that, sort of coming back to themselves and being both like celebratory and also kind of relieved that they're not
Being controlled.
part of the. They were never being controlled. This is a fine distinction because she's done that before.
You're right.
Several times. They weren't controlled. They were
It was like
coordinated.
just a gateway of.
They were collectively coordinated
Yeah.
strongly.
Like a hive
But I mean, to really truly assert and establish herself as being one of the royal family in the most royal family way, the most like definitively royal family method, bringing together all their subjects together to act as one force is
I do have a question.
what a way to like retake that rank amongst your people.
What is the consequences of my moment of truth?
Does it say that there are consequences?
Everybody's moment of truth is a little bit different. Your mind eye open, you see the world around you like never before. I stopped fiddling around with piddly-ass fire, and now I'm channeling the energy of the cosmos. You can control it at will with ease. Of course, warping reality tends to have ramifications down the line, but in your moment of godhood, how could you possibly be worried? How could you possibly be worried about the ramifications of your actions?
No, just like as a player, I'm curious.
Warping reality has... Well, there is a marked difference between... like channeling a worm, the energy of a campfire, and channeling the energy of a bonfire, and channeling the energy of a volcano, and channeling the energy of a black hole. That's orders of magnitude for every one of those little steps. That's going to be really interesting. And where did all that energy go? Because you didn't get rid of all of it.
Yeah.
Or even possibly most of it. Where did it go? Some of those ramifications may be whatever you did to Jack.
Hey, I think I saved him.
You helped him. You definitely helped him. What did you do? I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't know. Maybe I took on some of his doom. No.
Do I know?
Yes.
I haven't thought.
But did I take away like one of his doom tracks?
Who can say?
You can.
You know what's going to happen. You are the DM.
Spoiler, sweetie.
Don't you dare River Song at me right now.
All right. But to springboard off of what you just asked, like, what kind of consequences are there? And we cut back to Vanquish. This guy, right here. Mm-hmm. In this exact pose, hanging in space. Like, just in space.
Well,
in this exact...
Is he
just sitting there, his arms crossed, in the void, watching the ship go down.
Loser! Lol.
Breaking up as it's going into the atmosphere, and he's just kind of...
That's what you get.
And then he sort of turns, and he accelerates. Let's just say he accelerates. The speed with which he leaves that space is, ridiculous. It's still not the speed that one can use to cross the universe, but...
it's pretty intense.
It's pretty intense. We see him, passing by some of the planets that are in the system. And I'm just gonna pull this. And some asteroid belts. There's some other structures, a couple of like star bases and things like that. Many of them running similar, to a much lesser degree, like similar types of technology. Certainly the same sort of technological style. If that makes sense. And we see, we'll go back over to this since we're over here on this. That one. Okay. And we see him eventually come to a halt in amongst a whole bunch of, I need this. There's another picture I want. Where is it? There? Yeah, so it's in this like area with a bunch of like broken up stones. And there's some other structures and stuff like that, but sort of hanging in amongst these other structures is that'll work nicely. This thing is sitting there, right? Sort of hanging, right? And he comes up to it, and it's big compared to him. He's like the size of like the central energy signature. Like it's a big thing. And
are you gonna bring me another energy thing?
And
you. He
comes up to it and pauses. It's probably still several kilometers away from the thing, but it's like just this enormous like thing kind of in space. And he extends his hand, and his eyes kind of do the I'm about to do laser beams kind of glow, like a big pulse kind of a thing, and kind of flare. And imagine that these pieces here are scissors, like scissor blades, so that they open up. They start to open up so that the points of the scissors, as they're opening up, eventually end up coming close to touching each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So that what you eventually get is... Yeah. And as it's doing this, it's generating this huge like energy signature around there. So there's a lot of sparks and kind of lightning crawling through the sky around this thing. All this other kind of stuff. And what you eventually get is this.
Ooh.
I want.
And he flies.
We want bite.
He flies.
Nom nom nom.
We want Android Portal Delight. We want Chomp.
What? And then he does this, he puts his hand down and he flies into the middle of it and just like basically hits the skin. You know, the big bubble makers? Like when you spread out the ropes and you get that skin of bubble in the middle that you can blow. He basically flies into that like energy signature bubble skin in the middle, and it stretches and wobbles, and when it snaps back into place, he's just gone. And we're left with just this, and he's like.
Why are you
portal.
so like big on teleporting, my guy? Come on.
Because space is big. You gotta. The fact of the matter around science fiction is that to make interstellar travel work, you have to have celestial light travel, and the fact of reality is that probably doesn't exist and won't work.
Right,
which
but
means
the
that
truth,
we're always going to go on.
Wherever the portal comes out, if it's close by, then there's going to be energy on that side.
I would like to thank EVE Online for coming up with this technology that I am now stealing to use for my superhero.
It's your superhero game, is it?
Our superhero game. Fine. Anyway, that's the last thing that we see there with what's going on over on that side. But, meantime, party on Earth as Princess Palacine of Lucidia has saved Earth with the help of Earth and a bunch of kid
Teenagers.
superheroes.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Oh, also being freed off the flagship, a whole bunch of superheroes that were currently in change.
Where is Vigil? Is she on
No,
there?
we're not answering any of these questions.
No!
She was not there. Neither was Alias.
Fire truck!
Now you're not shouting fuck? Okay. What was that?
Ended. Are we kidding? End my life. Right now.
End it.
Do you want to roll?
All right.
Are we rolling?
Are we rolling? As we wrap up that episode? Now.
Wait, what are we calling it?
Ooh.
Whale sounds?
Whale noises.
Whale noises? Is that what we're calling it?
There were also
I like calling it moments of truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could also say moments of truth, because there were two of them, so
I'm trying to think
that
of
would
a
not be
pun
clickbaity.
of moments of truth.
And
with
whale
sounds.
noises. Moments of truth.
Moments of-
Parentheses. It's a whale noise.
Moment of... I'm trying to think if there's a whale that starts
Moment
with
of truth.
T.
The whale sounds are very disturbing. All right. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 3. And we're done.
Yay!